want to play, then I'm getting the fuck out of here. I mean, if you're not going to recover Greg Graham, if you're just going to let him drive by you, if the rest of you are going to let him catch the ball outside the 3-second lane and drive all the way in here without one guy challenging him, then I'm leaving and you fucking guys will run till you can't even suffer. Now, I'm tired of this shit. I'm sick and fucking tired of an 8-10 record. I'm fucking tired of losing to Purdue. I'm not here to fuck around this week. Now, you may be, but I'm not. Now, I'm going to fucking guarantee you that if we don't play up there Monday night, you're going to believe the next 4 fucking days. Now, I am not here to get my ass beat on Monday. Now, you better fucking understand that right now. This is absolute fucking bullshit. Now, I'll fucking run your ass right in the ground. I mean, I'll fucking run you. You'll think last night was a fucking picnic. I had to sit around for a fucking year with an 8-10 record in this fucking league. And I mean, you will not put me in that fucking position again. Or you will goddamn pay for it like you can't fucking believe. Now, you better get your head out of your ass.
Let's roll. The Wicked Wednesday has begun. The pimps, the players, the hustlers, the people, the bustle, but everybody else in between, from Costa Rica to California, Montreal to Minnesota. Can we get a translation, coach, into motherfucking German? Unfortunately, Coach Lowe didn't have the Bobby Knight speech at halftime today. Complete carnage. Carnage from Russia. Germany becomes the latest victim to be the defending World Cup champions, to get eliminated in the group stage. And just for the record, it's the first time Germany has not advanced into the qualifying round of the World Cup since 1980? 1996? Since 1938. Since 1938. First time Germany gets bounced in the first fucking stage of the World Cup in 80 motherfucking years. Germany, gone. Brazil survives. Brazil survives. We have one more day left, and you know, it's been an extremely frustrating day, and unfortunately, we'll have to relive it a bit on this show tonight. And I won't make nearly as much money tonight getting it, talking about it, as I did losing it. Although, it's not that bad. Let's not be overly dramatic here. Let's not be overly dramatic here, but one more day of this fucking bullshit of fucking teams. I fucking hate this shit. It's the one thing I've never liked about soccer. I love the sport of soccer. I've always been a big soccer fan. When I was a kid, when I was like 10 years old and shit, 9 years old, none of my friends were into soccer. And like hell, even my fucking grandfather wouldn't go with me. In the old days, kids used to travel alone. Like I used to go to soccer games. I was like fucking 9, 10 years old and shit. That's when I saw Pele and Beckenbauer and all these guys playing against the Montreal Manic. Used to be like 50,000 people and shit at the Olympic Stadium, man. Saturday afternoons, Saturday nights. The NASL. So I've always loved soccer. I've always been a big soccer fan. I don't religiously follow all the leagues because I already cover fucking 22 fucking sports a day. And I do, as much as I love soccer, I find the betting on soccer very frustrating. There's not a lot of goals. And I'm not bitching about, there's no goals. I'm saying I find it frustrating when there's not a lot of goals, in the sense that there's not a lot of room for error. Like, I don't even like betting on hockey that fucking much. And to me, soccer is fucking hockey on grass, all right? It's the same fucking thing, man. Like a team can dominate. Like hockey and soccer are very similar. That's why it's really stupid Canada's not better at hockey. Like if you grew up playing hockey, you 1,000,000,000% understand the concept of soccer. Like even like from from the team concept, for the positions, to the passing lanes, to like everything. It's the same fucking thing. But the thing that I don't like about it, the thing I don't like about soccer is this fucking bullshit, man. France and fucking Denmark the other day. Well, tough. It really is out of The Simpsons. Halfback over the center about to halfback. It's like, all right, neither of us have to do anything. Fuck. Like all these fucking teams, like Switzerland fucking sucks today. They advance, I get it. They earned their right to do this. I'm just going to be glad when this fucking bullshit is over. I'll just be glad when this bullshit is over and we're into elimination games and teams can't fuck around and, they need a draw and, they, this and that. For the record, I'm on the Dodgers. Am I saying it's a lock? No, but I'm on the Dodgers. Last night, I'm not surprised they lost. John Lester's a good pitcher. Yeah, they lost Rizzo right now. Cubs line up a little weekend. Dodgers should be able to get this shit done. All this bullshit in the tournament with the fucking penalty kicks and teams not really trying and sort of trying and, we only need a draw, so we'll fuck around. That's been very frustrating to me. I found that the officiating in this tournament has been fucking terrible. Like, your video replay is not helping. It's not helping. Like, you guys, it's frustrating. There's a lot of frustrating things about the group stage. Now, one thing that we should note, they have video replay, yet they still seemingly get it wrong all the time. That's like the baffling thing to me. Now, we'll get into the quality of play. Now, there's no excuses. I'm not sitting here with one excuse. I'm not blaming anybody because I lost, and we lost because Germany got eliminated. In the end, who would have motherfucking thunk that a fucking 18 parlay would go 7-1 with Germany losing? Like, in the end, it was the Germans who got us. We were so worried about Argentina. So, listen, there's no motherfucking excuse, but to me, the officiating has been bad in this tournament. It's just motherfucking erratic. Like, sort of when they go to the replay, you figure it's sort of like the NFL almost. It's like, even like replay, we could talk about replay in sports, but if you still have humans fucking deciding what they're watching, they're fucking stupid. Like, how many times in the NFL do you see a play, you're like, oh, yeah, they're going to overturn that. It's like, no, they don't. Play stands. It's like, what the fuck were you guys looking at? It's on video, fuck. Like, it's on fucking video. I really do start to think that, we really should just go to fucking robots, fuck, for everything. All right, you know what? We're going to the fucking, we're going to the computer. The computer's going to analyze whether it's real or not. You know what I mean? Because I trust this computer more than I trust you, Gene Steratore. The fucking Cubs hit a ball off the wall. I'm going to hit a ball off someone's face soon, fuck. So, one thing, too. So, to me, I've enjoyed the World Cup. This is no sour grapes or anything like that because we had a bad day today. It is what it is. Germany fucking, we haven't had a bad tournament. We had a fucking big fucking, we had like $1,500 in parlays and fucking Germany to advance. They didn't advance. It's not like the whole tournament sucked for us, but today was very frustrating. And one thing we've noticed, if you notice about this over the last couple of days, these fucking teams in the group stage that have been eliminated and play for nothing all fucking have showed up. Peru was playing for nothing. Fuck. They were playing for nothing but pride. Peru wins. Fucking South Korea. Fucking South Korea, man. I like South Korea too. I know a lot of South Koreans. They're very nice people, but I'm not a big fan. I wish that fucking North Korea would have been in the World Cup instead, because fucking Kim Jong-un would have taken a fucking bribe. Like, South Korea doesn't need the money. They already have money. Fuck. Germany thought, hey, we don't even have to fucking bribe these guys. So Sonny Vegas smashed his television. My TV broke. It's actually working right now. I don't know, man. It's fucking bizarre world, my television right now. It's on its last legs. Like, it's sort of like a car that you need to start like 30 times. It's to the point where I'm not going to turn it off ever again. I'm just going to let this TV, I'm going to leave it on all the time, and whatever happens, happens. If it fucking fries overnight, whatever. So you can't make this shit up, man. We have all these fucking parlays today. I fucking knew we were fucked. I fucking knew. Like the other day against Sweden, I thought Germany was going to score. Like, Germany were all fucking over Sweden. Germany were not all over fucking South Korea today. That was a fucking disgusting, pathetic, putrid fucking performance, and I would fire the fucking coach for this shit. Time for a change. What, was Beckenbauer unavailable? Fuck, what, Michael Ballack wasn't in uniform today? You fucking old motherfuckers. Oh, fuck off. Fucking Cubs up to fucking nothing, man. Maybe I should just smash this fucking TV. Good job, fucking Wood. Yeah. Fucking, good job, Wood. What kind of wood are you, fuck? Fucking plywood? You're certainly not fucking oak. Yeah, fucking Alex Plywood, fuck. Snap. So, yeah, I basically knew we were screwed. And I'm watching a fucking soccer game. It took me like 40 minutes to get my fucking TV on. I got the audio, but I had no screen. It's like old school TV. It's not like a modern thing. So it's a flat screen, but it's fucking, it just came with you. It's not like a fancy TV. So it's going all crazy and shit with the fucking, like, and the lines and everything. So I'm sitting here at 10 in the fucking morning, like, starting and stopping and going on and off. Finally I get the fucking game on. I'm about to fucking snap. And with about 5 minutes left, it just conks out. Fuck. I lose the picture. I still have the audio. South Korea scores. I'm sitting here with a broken fucking TV, broken parlays, and oh yeah, I ran out of weed at that exact moment. It all like, and I should note, when I woke up this morning, I've lived here 3 fucking years. I woke up this morning and my fucking blinds in my bedroom just collapsed. It's like somebody, like, I don't know why I don't know how it happened. Like, the second I wake up, I swear to God, it's like there's a ghost there that just says, you know what, hey, good morning, Morency, bam. Like, why didn't it happen like when I was sleeping or whatever time? I swear to God, I fucking wake up today, I get up, and it's just, I hear and it fucking, the entire blinds hit the ground. I should have known that was a bad omen. Bam! I was like, oh, fuck me, fuck. Then I come into the living room, try to turn on the TV, can't turn it on. Fucking go through this fucking Germany fucking game. Could have cashed out for like $1,300 fucking dollars at some fucking point. Oh. And I run out of weed at the end of the fucking game. Fucking the TV's dead. The parlays are dead. And then for some reason, we decide to put it all. What up, Pittsburgh, bro? Good to see you, bro. Then for some reason, we decide to put everything else down on one game. Like we were on tilt. We're like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck this. And we put a lot of money down on fucking Switzerland. Only to watch Switzerland get ambushed in the first fucking 5 minutes. Crossbars, fucking saves. Costa Rica were fucking all over them like fucking Kyle Hamburg over a chick at the fucking Del Rey. Love you, Kyle. I don't even think he's here for that. That was a good line. Yeah, Costa Rica were all over them, fuck. Costa Rica were all over them. I'm fucking dying because I just lost the parlays and now we have over $1,000 on Switzerland. I'm sitting here freaking out. Motherfucking Switzerland finally scores. Boom, 1-0 lead. I could tell when they came out of the half that they were lethargic. Fucking, and of course, you know, it's 1-1. At this point, I've given up. Fuck. Like at this point, I'm just whatever, man. You know, it is what it is. I'm not like overly depressed about it, but I'm not too happy. I'm fucking in a rage mode. I want to smash my TV. Fuck, I got a fucking radio show to fucking do. I got to prep for this shit. I'm about to snap. I give up on the fucking game, all right? I'm sick of the, I should have cashed out. Fuck. I should have done a lot of things in my life, all right, that I didn't. So whatever, fuck. You know, unless this is the TV show. Is this the TV show Quantum Leap? Is Dean Stockwell going to come out of the fucking room anyway? Quantum Leap. Can I go back in time? Can I go back in time and like watch fucking young, beautiful Elizabeth Taylor get run over by a car? You could have saved her, Jim. She's dead. He knows. He knows. You don't want to be going back in time. So all this stuff about, I should cash out. I'm like, so, you know, finally, I'm like, fuck it, man, whatever. We're going down. It is what it is. Of course, somehow Switzerland, fucking you cocksucking fucking Swiss downhill skiing motherfuckers. Fucking, you know, you guys only need a draw. So you're fucking around. And then somehow Switzerland scores. Switzerland scores in the 88th fucking minute of the game. It's like, hey, fuck, you know what? The Germany parlays didn't hit. Settle down, Bruce Chad. I don't know if Bruce Chad thinks he's funny or he just tries to be a dick at times. I think it's a combination of both. So we laid down on Switzerland. Switzerland score. Switzerland score with 2 minutes left. So from me completely giving up, on the game, to Switzerland scoring with fucking 2 minutes left. Once again, you should cash out. Well, you figure, you know what? Why do you need to cash out? There's fucking 2 minutes left. Switzerland just scored. Costa Rica's not scoring. So, of course, lo and behold, about a minute later, there's a fucking penalty fucking called. But it's overturned because it's offside. I told Cam Stewart, who was fucking here at that point, he's like, we really dodged a bullet. And I told him, we're fucked. I said, watch, there's going to be another penalty kick in like 10 seconds or something. Fuck. And I said, we're fucked. And then lo and behold, fucking, that should be a home run. Home run Dodgers. And then there's another penalty kick. So, of course, now it comes down to all of this. Now it comes down to all of to the Switzerland game. Switzerland's up 2-1. It's like a reprieve. It's basically like being on death row and the governor calling and saying, you know what, we're the governor has stayed the execution. And you're like, oh, fuck, thank God. And then like 2 minutes later, they call back and they're like, listen, we're really sorry, but the governor actually meant to call another penitentiary. Fuck, he didn't mean you. You're actually still getting executed tomorrow. That's like what happened. Except I'm not, it's not quite, that's exactly what happened. It's a great analogy. Fuck, am I good at analogies? So that's what it's like. It's like 2 minutes from the fucking electric chair. Fucking Switzerland score. Switzerland score. So I'm like, wow, you know what? We finally caught a fucking break. Hey, we can't win them all. I told Cam, I started laughing. And I said, whatever happens, bro, whatever, man. I said it's been a wild couple of weeks. We're crashing. But I said, we didn't really lose that much. I said, we're about to crash here. We started laughing a bit, and it was 2-1. But I was laughing because I thought we were going to win. And then lo and behold, so then there's the penalty kick. And, of course, the same shit I told Cam. I said, man, these guys never seem to miss these kicks unless, like, fucking, we have them. So I said, I don't know. And, it's like 2 minutes, like, leading up to it. So there was a lot of time. Like, we were both standing there. And I told him, I said, he could miss. Because Cam was really depressed. He's like, oh, we're finished. I said, no, he could miss. He could miss. So I was still kind of optimistic. I was like, he could miss. So I was like, the Swiss goalie's really good. Fuck, I've got confidence in him. He can stop this. So fucking summer. So the motherfucker on Costa Rica, and of course it's got to be the American fucking kid that comes in from fucking New York. So the fucking American Costa Rican fucking kid fucking comes in, penalty kick, fucking dubious too. Yeah. You went down in the box, but the kid drills it. Like he fucking booted the ball. All right. He fucking smoked it. Fuck. It fucking smashes off the crossbar. And as it's going, I'm like, he's going to miss. I was like, he missed. Like I was in like right in front of the TV. I was like, oh shit. I saw it. It was so fast, but I saw it rising. I was like, fuck, I think this might miss. And it's going up. It hits the crossbar. Cam goes, yes. As it hits the crossbar, the fucking ball fucking ricochets off the crossbar. I've never seen this in my fucking life. It's like a lane fuck with the bird. I've never seen a bird hit a grown woman's head before. The fucking goalie that I'm praising all fucking tournament, saying I got all this confidence in this Swiss goaltender, fucking dive, motherfucker, goal. That's the whole thing too. This is the irony that I'll get to, and this is always fucking irony. So the fucking goalie guy hits the crossbar. The ball fucking ricochets, hits the goaltender right on the top of his fucking head and fucking bounces into the net. Fuck. And that's how our fucking day goes down, with a ball off the goalie's head after 6 hours of fucking torture. And as I stated today, listen, I don't want to get waterboarded, but I can't imagine that getting waterboarded was much worse than what I went through for this fucking 6 hours today. Fuck. So the goalie, the goalie, the fucking goalie, yeah, you can't make it up. Like, they score with 2 minutes left. It's like, yes, we score. I don't know what's going on in the Dodger game. Little controversy at the plate. Look, it's like, yeah, they score. No, they fucking penalty kick. No, it's canceled the penalty kick. No, there's another penalty kick. Oh, the penalty kick is off the crossbar, but it hit the goalie in the head and bounced in the net. And the worst part is, you should have seen it if you didn't see it. Like, the fact that ball, like a soccer ball's not that big. Fuck. A soccer ball's like the size of Cam Stewart's head. You know, so the soccer ball, like the fact that he ricochets it off the fucking crossbar, and of all places that somehow the law of physics, that the ball has to ricochet right down off a diving goaltender's fucking head. Fuck. Like the goalie dove, the ball hit the crossbar, fucking smack right down, hit the goalie, but it was like a header. Fuck. It wasn't like a soft bounce. Like, the guy smoked the ball, so it was like a pinball. Bam, bam, off the goalie's fucking head into the fucking net. Fuck. No, this is the worst part of it. Well, it's all worse. Fuck. What good part of this? This is like getting an STD. Fuck. Oh, this is the worst part of the story. What? The burning or the itching? It's all fucking the worst part. There's no good part. Where's the good part? Tell me the good part. This is the part that gets me, though. This is the part that got me. Yeah, big boy, whoever this guy's in the chat. You're right. It was square on the back of the head, bro. Like, if fucking you drew that up in a movie, you could not, like, if, like, the Dodgers are just smoking the ball right now. The crazy thing is, get this, guys. The goalie, okay? This is where the irony comes in here. The goalie, he's so good, he guessed the right way. Think about this. If Summer dives to his right instead of to his left, that ball bounces down and fucking like to midfield. Fuck. Like, I thought about that after. I was like, not only is it that it hit his head, it's like, for the love of God, why was he there? Like, the chances, like, it's always like a 50-50. Like, of course he had to guess the right side. Like, if the goalie would have flipped the other way, it would have been completely empty. It would have hit the crossbar, fucking came down, and it wouldn't have went in. It would have been no goal. But the fact that he guessed right and fucking went to the left side is the reason the ball went in. Fuck. Bro, you just can't make this fucking shit up. Fuck. Like, I guess you can, because I, like George Costanza, I'm a fucking slow-witted, middle-aged, fucking bald, fucking dumb man. Fuck. Of course you can't make it up. Well, no. I know. I can't believe it. It's a fucking shock that Morency got fucked over. Fuck. Yeah, I can't make that up. Oh, no, I know. What a shock. Fuck. Because, yeah. Yeah, 1,000,000 to 1 shot, Doc. 1,000,000 to 1. Fuck. Like, these stories need no embellishment. Like, these stories have not been embellished. They don't need to be. These are the stories of a middle-aged talk show host, degenerate gambling, slow-witted, stupid, bald man. We'll talk soccer a little bit later on with Big Man on Campus. That's all I have to say about today's games. Besides the fact that, hey, maybe it would have been a good idea to fucking not start a bunch of fucking geriatric fucking senior fucking citizens. Like, who was that? Who played for Germany today? Hogan's fucking Heroes? What do you got? Fucking Hogan's Heroes. You know, Pele doesn't still play for Brazil. They really miss Boateng today. But you fucking, no creativity with the Germans, no fucking aggression. It's like you guys were playing in a fucking park, man. Never seen a bunch of such bullshit from a fucking German side in my life. Fuck. The whole reason I fucking bet on you is because you're supposed to be dependable. Am I talking to you, pinhead?
Please, will you? Will you do me a kindness?
Leave.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be walking in and out if you're going to fuck up and I got to come back.
I don't make any difference to me at this juncture. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Tony. Don't slam the fucking door. No more.
I'm going to give you a clue here.
Listen, I'm going to give a clue here now. I don't want any more bullshit anytime during the day from anyone. That includes me. It's going to be very hot, going to be very uncomfortable for everybody. Want anybody yelling? We get anybody yelling around here anymore today, and then the shit is going to hit the fan.
And they fit the diverse needs of a very big firm, and they fit the needs of a very diverse buyer segment. Like, why can't I remember? I wrote this stuff. Why can't I remember it?
Nah, why don't I say it fucking right?
What is the
Goddamn line say, Tony?
What is the goddamn line?
What is the goddamn line? I don't give a fuck what the line is.
I can't even read the fucking VO straight.
What the fuck was that?
We got flies all over the fucking place. Son of a bitch.
I think I could probably do a pretty good one, my own one here. What's the goddamn line say, Tony? I don't give a shit what the line says.
Get out of here, you fucking flies. There's a fly over the headlight, Tony. We got flies.
Fucking 3 flies. 5 flies.
Fuck. Oh, fuck out of here, you flies. We got 3 flies. 5 flies. And if you will, make sure, if you will, we don't have that fly on the left side on the passenger side because that we don't have that in frame, but make sure we don't have any flies here. We don't have any flies. Get out of here, you goddamn jackass.
In other news, a dead body was found in the Atlanta Braves stadium today. I don't know why I laugh at that. I really shouldn't be laughing. So somebody died, you know. My condolences to the family. I'm sorry. It's just sort of like a lampshade. You know, like the neck thing on dogs? It's just funny. Fuck. You can't, you know. We're desensitized, right? Can't help it. I know what's going to make us feel better. Babano. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Babano sometimes upsets me. Like tonight, like Babano has a knack of sort of saying the wrong. He's like Babano's like Bruce Chad. Bruce Chad, Babano's nicer than Bruce Chad. Babano's less. Bruce Chad's worse. Bruce Chad's worse. Like, but Babano has the knack of like sort of like Bruce Chad. I think is like turned into a troll or something. Bruce, I don't know what your deal is, but you're sort of like bordering. You know, we still love you, but you're bordering on like trolldom almost. Babano, I don't know if he does it out of awkwardness or maybe Babano is mean-spirited. But Babano has a knack of saying something in the first couple of words that like upsets me. And I always tell myself, we're going to be, you know, there's going to be no pot shots, no one, you know what I mean? And then Babano, you know. We haven't checked in with our boy Kenny Fong yet. What up, Kenny? Look at you, Kenny. Always in a good mood. The Wicked Wednesday continues with Gabe Morency's meltdown, disappointment, and failures. Babano joins us from downtown Dundas, wherever that is. Big man on campus steps up and in the late night hours to talk Thursday's carnage. The Wicked Wednesday and the late night anger management class is sponsored by.
I never have to ring the dinner bell for Timmy. His appetite is fantastic.
I'll be washed up in a jiffy, Mom.
He does have one eating problem, though. He isn't too fond of vegetables. But I found out that when the vegetables are in soup, he eats every last one. So I serve Campbell's vegetable soup often. This good soup has 15 good garden vegetables in a delicious broth. Timmy just loves it, as you can see. Now, today, he's having a sandwich, fruit, and milk with his soup for a good, well-balanced lunch. And here's another problem that Campbell's can help you solve. How to get more milk into your family. Every Campbell soup can be made with milk instead of water. It's the delicious way to get more milk into the family diet. Soup tastes so good, and it's good for you. Have you had your soup today?
Campbell Soup, the proud sponsor of the late night anger management class. Have you had your soup today? Hey, Kenny. So you guys, I don't think the audience. Hey, everyone, shut the fuck up. Audience is in a good mood tonight. Kenny Fong won't shut up. Kenny's like, hey, Kenny thought like he heard the crowd. Kenny's like, hey, let's go. Settle down, Kenny. Settle down, Kenny. Let's bring in Babano right now. What's going on, Babano?
How are you doing, Morency? You surviving?
Yeah, just another night in paradise. Just another night in paradise.
I'm ready for this World Cup to be over, but that's just me. I was on Switzerland. Think about me with that Switzerland match that you documented. I was on Switzerland and under 2.5 combined bet. That had no shot. Switzerland money line. Switzerland win to 0. That was over early. So that game just destroyed me from a betting standpoint too. So I feel the pain.
Yeah. Well, it was, the totals are crazy. Like the best bet of this tournament has been fucking, will there be a penalty kick goal in a fucking game? And the other best bet, guys, at like plus money is every one of these fucking games seem to have goals in like the last 2 minutes. Dude, I had the Mexico-Sweden under 2.5. It's constant, Babano. Like, I only bitched about like partial of these games. Like, every one of these games today was some sort of weird screw fucking job at the end, in the last second, and this and that. But I don't want the World Cup to be over. Fuck. I just want this day to be over. It is what it is. We'll wake up in the morning. For the record, the next team that we're going to curse, like the Germans, will be Uruguay. All right? We'll get into that later, but I'm on Uruguay to win the World Cup at 25-1. It's come down to 22-1 right now, I believe. And yeah, I know they're not going to win the fucking World Cup, but whatever, man. I'm going down swinging with the Uruguayans.
I like the value, and there's people I know that are much more connected about soccer than I am that think there's value in that current futures price on Uruguay.
My neighbors are much more connected to soccer than what do you mean? There's people much more connected to soccer than you. You don't like soccer. You don't watch soccer.
No, I am watching this tournament a lot. That's about it, though.
Last week you came on here and told us about how it all sucks and you're only going to watch selective games.
No, I'm watching most of it. I got to admit it now.
You're getting to see.
I would not say I'm enjoying it all the time, but I'm in. I was into the Germany game when I was with you on Saturday. That was dramatic and intense, to put it mildly.
Yeah, it was all over the place. All right, 3-2 Dodgers right now. Yeah, we've decided as a collective, though, here, Babano, that we can't talk soccer with you. Like, you offended the soccer crowd too much. That was 2 weeks ago.
No, this is your chance to have a break from soccer, too. We can talk CFL. I've got my next college football conference preview ready to roll tonight, so we got lots to hit. That's for sure. Yeah,
the plan is to hit some CFL. Oh yeah, we'll get into some soccer later, guys. With
Big Man. Yeah, listen to Big Man. You don't want to listen to me when it comes to soccer. You want to listen to Big Man. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. We're not going to ask Big Man about the CFL, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's a show where everybody's got their niches when they come on.
Exactly. But now the World Cup, everybody watches, but I get your. You have the typical North American gripes about soccer, but it's like I tweeted today. I said, anybody that says soccer is boring, it's 1-1, there's not enough action, not enough goals and all this shit. Evidently, you've never bet big money on a total before, right? Like, it's like...
betting gets you very much into the thought process of soccer not being boring. I agree there.
It's like my boy T-Bone told me a story, and it's a great line. He was at the table in Vegas, and a chick said, She said, man, is it ever cold in here in this casino? It's too cold. She kept complaining it was cold. And T-Bone looked at her and he said, baby, if you're cold, you're obviously not risking enough. I think that's the moral of the story right there. Now, soccer's a beautiful game. The one thing I brought this up earlier, Babano, that's frustrating about soccer is these sort of aggregates. And you get into these fucking games when teams only need draws and shit. Like, you don't really see that, right? In the NFL, you're not going to get a game. Well, they both only need a tie, so they're both not going to try. It's sort of there's a weird dynamic to this shit. I'll be happy after tomorrow's over and we get into the fucking knockout shit. Then it's going to settle down a little bit. Then the unders will start to hit more guys. Teams take more or less chances. They're playing against better teams. The goals, like, it's a big drop in goals scored. As we'll move on, we'll start to get some extra time and penalty kicks now, Babano. So, say what you will about the World Cup. It's been a little uneven, and some games are bad. Some games are crazy drama. It's sort of all over the place. Fuck, the Dodgers bats are hot tonight. 5-2 Dodgers. Hendricks sucks. You're going to see, Babano, this weekend there's going to be crazy fucking drama and shit. And, hey, this tournament's wide open, although I guess I finally have to admit that Brazil is the team to beat, guys. That Brazil are the worthy favorites now.
Yeah, and the Teddy covers of tonight with that Cubs and Dodgers game. Teddy always says, if I don't bet a game, but I give out information on a game that says I'm leaning one way and that game wins, even if I don't bet it, I'm happy because my process is correct. I don't know if I'm fully on board with that, but that's me with the Cubs Dodgers. I said on the round table, I don't trust Kyle Hendricks on the road. His road numbers in his career have been historically worse than they've been at home, but I didn't bet it. No, I said the Dodgers price was too high.
You didn't trust him. You did not trust him enough.
No. So the process is good, but it doesn't put money in my pocket, unfortunately.
Nah, it's one of those shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's like I should have cashed out today, right? But that's the thing with gambling, man. I think a big part of it is letting stuff go or not obsessing about shit you can't control, right? I mean, I think you have the better approach. You know, you're not forcing picks. I'm a little bit more reckless, Ed. So, you know, there's times I don't like as many games as I used to in baseball. I usually bet about 5 baseball games a night. 3 to 5, depends on the night. But like 2 days ago is a good example. Like I didn't really love the Jays, but I kind of liked it at plus 190. Right? I didn't love the Reds. I kind of liked it. So I took them both and one of them hit. I wasn't going to do it. I ended up showing a little bit, but you know, I think, Babano, sometimes the best bet is a bet not made, right? I think you're probably better off being more disciplined approach than a reckless approach.
I totally understand the thought of Toronto the other night. You're talking about the Hap Verlander game a few nights ago. Jay Happ's been, first of all, he's been pitching well. I think he's something like 5-2 in his last 7 starts prior to that game for the Jays. Second of all, Jay Happ's, you got to compare him right now to like an actor, you know, that's trying out for a role. That's what Jay Happ's doing right now. He's auditioning. He's auditioning for the trade deadline. He knows there's going to be suitors after him. He knows there's going to be some interest and a big market for him. He wants to put up.
He's been pitching this way for 3 years, Babano. What do you think he's not auditioning?
No, but I'm saying he's got incentive, though, to really dig in and pitch even better going into the trade deadline, because that's going to boost, you know, interest all around the league. Yankees are involved. Red Sox are interested. There's a bunch of teams. Cleveland's even been asking around. So there's teams that want Jay Happ. And why not? He's pitching well.
The Blue Jays are going to fuck this up, though, with Jay Happ. I'm telling you. I have like a premonition. The poor bastard's going to get hurt. And I don't want it to happen, but I'm telling you.
Not.
Like they can roll them out one more. They want to push their luck with one more fucking start. Go ahead, but they didn't learn their lesson with Josh Donaldson. So now you're going to see they're going to push their luck. Man, it's July 1st this fucking weekend. The All-Star game is what? I think it's a little later this year than normal. July 17th, I think the All-Star game is. So it's now. Like the trades are going to start probably in about a week in baseball. There'll be a domino effect. Machado might be the first to go. The D-backs have been fucking trying to get this deal done for like 10 days now. It's getting complicated. They can't pull it off. But if you let Jay Happ go out there and he pops something, because you're right, there is a lot of interest for Jay Happ right now. And the thing is, too, Jay Happ is a Red Sox fucking he's a Red Sox fucking killer. That's why the Yankees, the thought process is that the Blue Jays could fucking get something out of the Yankees. Well, we talked about this last night a little bit, or the other night. The Yankees aren't giving up like anyone on the roster. Like they're not giving up fucking, they're not giving up any of the guys on the roster.
No, Andujar's not going anywhere. Gleyber Torres isn't going anywhere. Aaron Judge isn't going anywhere. None of those big blue chip guys that are on the team now, they're not going anywhere in a trade.
Yeah, Jay Happ's been pitching. I got to admit, we talked about this last night. I admit it. Unlike so many people that say things and I never admit they said it after, or move on and just take the other side of the story, I'll admit, I was never a Jay Happ hater, but I didn't see him being this sort of semi-ace guy that he is. He's not like a tier. He's not fucking Verlander, right? The way Verlander's pitching now, or like he's not a Kershaw or a Scherzer, but he's a fucking tier, like. Is Corey Kluber any better than Jay Happ? Carrasco, any of these sort of tier 2 ace guys? I don't really think so right now.
Sure as fuck wasn't last night when I had Corey Kluber and Cleveland on the run line last night. Holy Christ, I was done in the second inning.
They're money burners, that fucking team.
My gosh. And unfortunately, I had a great theory going into that game. Carlos Martinez was pitching for the St. Louis Cardinals, and the guy is not right, Gabe. He's injured. He's walking guys left and right. His command and control's all over the place. There's rumors all over that he's not pitching at 100% health right now, and the Cardinals are still throwing him out there every 5 days. And Cleveland jumped on him early, but just as Cleveland was starting to get going, here's St. Louis with like a 6 or 7 spot, 6-2, 7-2 off Kluber, and it's like Cleveland quit. That's it. The at-bats were feeble at that point. They were hacking. They were swinging at everything, and they let Martinez off the hook because they were down by such a big margin. They packed their bags and went home. So a good theory in fading Martinez went to waste because Kluber just completely came apart early in that game, and Cleveland just said, we give up.
Man, Kluber comes apart often, actually, dude. He's always a monster favorite. I talked about this on Monday, but man, if you look at the units, the plus minus units, right, for plus minus units for each team on the year, and the Cleveland Indians they're down money despite the fact they're like 9-10 games over 500, which is almost impossible to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. But the problem is the Indians, for some reason, the public loves them. The public loves them. Baseball analytic guys love them. Like the Indians, you know what I mean? Sports Illustrated always picks them to win. They're just that trendy team. Like the algorithms fucking love their pitchers all the time. They're always big favorites. Kluber's always a monster favorite, and they don't win enough. Like long story short, the Cleveland Indians are fucking priced like they're the Yankees and the Red Sox. But they're not 25 games over 500. They're only 9 and 10 games over 500. They're not worthy of being minus 220 favorites every night.
That's the problem.
I turn on them so many times in parlays, but because I'm like, I won't take them straight up. I'll just put them in a parlay. Well, it's just as stupid if they're going to lose.
That's the thing. If your average lay price is minus 160 and you're going to be in that range on average, like the Yankees are and like the Red Sox are, you got to be 20 plus games above 500 if you're going to be turning a profit in terms of plus units, and Cleveland's not even close to that mark. So if you're going to average that lay price,
I've been telling people this all baseball year, and I told people this last year as well. I've been on to this Indian shit. I've always thought they were overrated, to be honest. They're good fantasy players. They've got good guys on the team, but they're Cleveland. They find a way to fuck things up all the time. They just fucking do. But I've said time and time again, guys, if you bet against the Cleveland Indians every day, and it's hard to do because they're good, right? So it's like, fuck, I don't want to bet against Trevor Bauer. Dodgers score again. It's a fucking, man, Hendricks sucks. I don't want to bet against Trevor Bauer. I don't want to bet against fucking Corey Kluber. These guys are good. Look, right now they're 43 and 35. They're 8 games over 500 right now, okay? They're minus $800 if you bet $100 on every game. So in other words, if you bet against the Cleveland Indians every game, you're up fucking money. You're up $800. Like that's bad, and they're still 8 games over 500 because they're such big favorites. It's insane. Like you never see this. Like a team is 8 games over 500, but they're down $819. Like we're using $100 as a denomination. And as I use as an example, look, they're 8 games over 500. A classic example, who's close to this? The Atlanta Braves are 45 and 34. They're up $1,200 fucking bucks. Every team that's like over 500 is up money. Like Seattle is up $1,600 bucks. Like look at Oakland. Oakland are 5 games over 500. They're up $536 fucking dollars. It's crazy. The Angels are another public team. The Angels are 41 and 39, but they're down $600 because of Mike Trout. Like Mike Trout overvalues the fucking Angels bets. I don't think it's the odds makers, but everyone bets on the Angels because, Mike Trout. But the Angels are money burners as well.
3 teams in baseball have a higher lay price on the season than the Indians: Boston, New York, and Houston. So that is basically where Cleveland's being lumped in with, and the Cubs are right behind them. That's where you're in. You're in with your Cubs and your Red Sox and your Yankees and your Astros. Cleveland's up there in terms of the average money line price they have been laying this season, and their record's nowhere close to a lot of those teams, and that's why you're seeing them minus, 8 units so far on the year. Yep, that's exactly why.
The biggest money burner in baseball, and it's not even close anymore. Holy motherfuck, man. You just bet against these motherfuckers every day. The Baltimore Orioles. If you bet $100 on every Baltimore Oriole game so far, and we're now 77 games in, so we're nearing the halfway mark of the Major League Baseball season.
Yep.
So there's 77 games in. You're down $3,000. Fuck, they're down $3,000.
Broke basically. You have no bankroll if you've done that.
That's insane. Like they're down that much. Like the only other team like sort of close to them, the Kansas City Royals, you're down nearly $2,000. The White Sox are fucking terrible. You're down $1,528. The biggest money burner in baseball, Baltimore. Second biggest worst bet in baseball, Kansas City. Third worst bet in baseball, Chicago White Sox. Most profitable team in Major League Baseball. Team that you've made the most money betting on would be the Seattle Mariners. They're a plus 1,600 units. So you're up or 16 units at $100, whatever. You do the plus 1610. It's pretty significant. Fuck.
Yeah, and I just saw someone in the chat mention a great point about Cleveland and why they're struggling a bit too from a profit standpoint. Their bullpen's a shell of what it used to be. That fortress, that impenetrable force known as the Cleveland bullpen last year, 2 years ago, it's not the same. Andrew Miller's been on the DL. Brian Shaw's not there anymore. McAllister's struggled. Cody Allen's not been the same at the closer spot. That's not a bullpen that's putting up zeros and getting outs in the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th inning like they did last season.
The public doesn't recognize bullpens.
Exactly right. They recognize starting pitching.
Yeah, no one really uses it. I'm guilty of it myself, actually. Listen, as in the playoffs and as the year goes on, I put more premium on the bullpen. But it's true. Like people don't. The better bullpen generally wins. Like if you look at the past, like 10 World Series winners and shit, I bet you like the better bullpens won 8 of them. You know what I mean? Like that's how Kansas City won. Like that's the thing. You don't need a salary cap in baseball. Like teams can win if you play smart baseball. You don't strike out, and you play smart, and you play the fundamental the right way. It's a good point. You have a great bullpen, but either way, even if their bullpen was good, they'd win a little more. But they're still overpriced. They've always been fucking overpriced.
Yeah, if you're looking to make money right now in Major League Baseball, forget that team in the state of Ohio. Look at the other team in the state of Ohio right now. I'm talking about the Cincinnati Reds. That's a team that's now won 9 of their last 10. They won again today, 6-5 in Atlanta as an underdog. You're still getting good prices with them. They're feeling it right now. Their lineup's been hitting. Tyler Mahle and Luis Castillo and some of these mediocre arms are pitching better for them. Even Matt Harvey. Crying out loud, they got a good outing out of him last night. So Cincinnati Reds, they're feeling it right now. Their early season struggles are leaving them undervalued right now.
Cleveland and Cincinnati won 14 straight games combined. The state of Ohio didn't lose a baseball game for 2 weeks. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the Indians are a bad baseball team. I'm just saying they're a money burner. Yeah, the Reds, like you said, the Reds won 9 of their last 10 baseball games. The thing with bullpens, and listen, bullpens are fucking critical, right? I mean, there's a couple of key stats in baseball. Now the guys like hosting this fantasy shit, man. There are so many fucking new stats, man. like, man, I'm looking at this shit. I need a thesaurus. Oh, fucking PS plus this and fucking war. Oh, this and that. But there really are some good modern stats that you can really monitor from this stuff. Bullpens are very important. But, bullpens will be more critical depending on how far the starters are going to go, right? So the bullpen will be more critical on day 4 with a shittier pitcher than it is going to be more critical than it is when you have your top 2-3 pitchers going. But a big thing that I look at, guys, and I've been doing really, really good in DraftKings with this pitching shit. The thing I look at is the hard contact rate. It's sort of like in football, but Banner, what's the key stat in football? Yards per pass attempt.
That's big. Yards per run, yards per pass attempt. TD to INT ratio is a big one for me with quarterbacks, yeah.
Yards per pass attempt is the fucking one. That's the barometer of how aggressive is a fucking offense. Like the Buffalo Bills will be fucking 5.3 and fucking Bortles will be fucking 5.6 or something pathetic. And, Carson Wentz is going to be 8.9. You know what I mean?
It's good for totals. Good for totals betting, yeah.
That's like a real go-to stat for football, real cappers and shit, guys. And other ones are too, obviously. But that's a real barometer that you can use. A simplified barometer that you can use to see how good is an offense really, how aggressive really are they. But with baseball, the hard contact stuff is great because now all these stat geeks have, you can we used to look at a pitcher's win-loss record, guys. A pitcher's win-loss record has zero indication on how a pitcher is pitching. There's Alex Wood pitched he gave up 3 runs or less in 9 straight starts and didn't get a decision. He couldn't get a win, right? Like we talked about it the other night. There's run support, and so the win-loss record is fucking whacked. Okay, let's dig down deeper then. Okay, let's look at the whip. The whip is a pretty massive fucking baseball indicator for a pitcher's success. Strikeout to walk ratio, massive indicator, the whip. But now you can even dig deeper because the computers and the stats, they break down everything now. So now you have hard contact rate, which is a great one. So if a pitcher, and you'll notice, guys, I know every pitcher's hard contact rates. So you'll see Giolito, his hard contact rate's going to be fucking 48%. Justin Verlander's hard contact rate's 22%. So a hard contact rate means hard hit baseball. And I'm not explaining this to you, Babano, so much, but the people viewing in now right now. But it's a hard hit. So they smoked that ball. Baseball's random. It's lucky. You can smoke a baseball, it goes right to the third baseman. You could squib a ball in between the third baseman and shortstop and get on base, right? So, and there's so many variables to this, but hard contact rate, and then a new one too. You combine the hard contact rate with the BABIP, and the BABIP is balls in play. So what's your success rate? Because a lot of guys, it's sort of like pitchers are unlucky. A lot of hitters are unlucky. So the BABIP is the best sort of indication. So you can look at a guy and people are like, oh my God, look, Chris Bryant sucks this year. Rizzo's terrible this year. No, he's not terrible this year. Rizzo's smoking the fucking baseball, but he's got a 2.28 fucking BABIP, which means he's only batting 220 when a ball is in play. Now, a lot of guys, the average is 260, 280 and shit when the ball is in play. So what does it tell you? It's an indicator that Rizzo isn't sucking. It's just all the balls that you're hitting are going right to people, which it means it's sort of an anomaly that will eventually, like all numbers, level will find itself. So the BABIP, hard contact rate, there's a lot of really interesting stats that have been introduced from the fantasy world that you can use for capping.
That's exactly right. And you're right. You're not, that's great points to bring up to the viewers because I know about that. What I like to zoom in on too is I've got this, what I like to say is this jump on it type of betting situation in baseball. When I see a starting pitcher that is drop velocity, Gabe, that's one thing. Drop in velocity. All of a sudden, out of the blue, a decline in velocity to go along with a hard hit rate that's high, along with an ERA that's lower than it should be based on that hard hit rate, and a BABIP that's around 200, way lower than it should be. If I get all of those factors with one pitcher combined, that screams bet against this fucker and bet against him soon before the market catches up.
Yeah, you know what I already fucking what the hell was I going to say? What did you do? Repeat what you said, Babano?
Oh yeah, the decline in velocity.
Okay, thank you.
Sharp 2 miles per hour.
I reading a question in the chat. I was looking, I pulled a U and I got distracted, but it was baseball related.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about
this conversation actually. So,
and it's got to be for me, Gabe. It's got to be for me.
It's a good point, but Babano. So some guys, listen, Verlander's lost velocity, okay, but he's pitching better than he ever has because he's a wise guy. He's learned. But you're right. You look at Matt Harvey. Matt Harvey's decline. He was losing velocity as a young guy, right? Older guys. Greg Maddux lost velocity and pitched another 10 years and was brilliant. But one thing I'll say about this, which is weird, Babano, you can't read too much in. If it's velocity, look over a 2-month span. And Carlos Carrasco is a great fucking example on the Cleveland Indians. Carlos Carrasco usually throws 96, 97 in that range, when he gets up there. Carrasco had a run in May where 3 games in a row he didn't top 94. So it's only a difference of 2 or 3 miles an hour, but it's a pretty big fucking difference actually, that, right? So people were sort of concerned, and you saw he was giving up home runs, and he gave a couple of runs, and it was little whispers, what's going on with Carlos here? Is he hurt? Is he hurt? And he wasn't. And then there was concern that the velocity was going down with his stuff. But over the last couple of starts, he's back up to like 97. He hit 98 the other night. So I think it's just sort of like human shit, Babano. You know what I mean? Sometimes these guys are tired and shit. Sometimes, you know, he's on the hill and he's like, man, I'm not going to fucking throw that hard right now because it's fucking June. And I can already feel a little bit of pain. I'm not doing it. I don't care if I give up a home run and people bitch. There's a lot of little things that are going on that we don't know about that we just watch. You know, that was my point.
Yeah, if the guy's velocity is lower, but it's been that way for a month or two, and he's not showing any signs of severe struggle because of it, that's not something to be worried about. You're going to see that with a lot of pitchers. It's the guy that throws hard and is suddenly in one start, you've seen like a 2-mile-per-hour drop. And I've seen that. And automatically, those are the pitchers that stick out as potential bet against candidates, maybe a potential injury. Guy could be hitting the DL pretty soon because of it. That's automatically a red flag for me. And I answered a question in the chat, what sites do you use for baseball? There is not a day I handicap the baseball card without Fangraphs.com and dailybaseballdata.com. Those two websites are must-go-to websites for me. They give me all the information I need, batter versus pitcher stats for every game on the daily card on the dailybaseballdata.com site. Fangraphs.com has all the pertinent, you know, BABIP, all that stuff. Yeah, dailybaseballdata.com. It's excellent. It gives you weather by the hour at each stadium. During the day of the games for weather, wind, is it blowing in, blowing out, great information for totals. It's excellent. Dailybaseballdata.com, Fangraphs.com. Those are two websites I use every single day when I'm capping baseball.
For me, you know, like I said, it's pretty much the fantasy stuff brings me right into it, Babano. Because, you know, the fantasy stuff, it's good to know, you know, the game stuff, and that's great trends and shit to know all this stuff, but with all the fantasy, you guys, like, it's insane, man. Like, every fucking player, guys, has a fucking breakdown for the day. Like, every fucking player, man. There's computer algorithms, projections, and now I'm starting to care more about it. Before I used to discount the computers and shit, but I'm actually paying attention to the algorithms. So I'll know and I'll go by it. Like, I'll live with it. Fuck, I'll like look and I'm like, all right, the fucking computer's like this picture tonight, man. And I tell you what, the computers are smarter than humans. Like, I've come to the conclusion. That it is true. The computers are smarter than us. All right. So speaking of baseball, right now, 9-6 for the Red Sox, 5-1 for the Indians. And we say suck so much. Dodgers are already up 6-2 right now. In game total there is 13.5. I don't even know what fucking happened in some of these games. Hold on, let me just get the scores.
Well, I've got a good news, bad news night in baseball. I'm just looking over the scores. Everything I gave out on SBR today lost. That sucks. Everything. San Diego, Texas over 9.5. That lost. Minnesota. I don't know why I laid that price with Minnesota. I could have used Seattle for the play of the day video. I'm pissed off I didn't. Now, good news is my client play won. Philadelphia is an underdog against the Yankees. Eflin's been good. Luis Sessa's not very good for the Yankees. If they're finally going to lose a game, this was the game, and Philly's got it done. So at least that salvaged the night.
All right. I gave people on the radio show, on Twitter, and on Patreon the Seattle Mariners to beat the Baltimore Orioles. Winner. I gave you the Oakland Athletics. Winner. I gave you the Arizona Diamondbacks. Winner. And now we are on the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are up 6-2. And we gave you the Arkansas Razorbacks.
We have to give a shout out to our good pal Lou Finicaro, affectionately known as Gamblu, because he had a call, I believe, on Arkansas in game 1 of this College World Series. He's been betting this World Series, and I've seen some of his tweets about it, and he was like Arkansas in the first game, and they were like a huge underdog price, over plus 150 or something, and they got the job done. So way to go, Gamblu. Killing it.
Why are you thanking Gamblu when I just told you I went 5-0 in baseball tonight?
And congratulations to you. Yes.
He's like, oh, I got to thank Gamblu. Called by Gamblu.
Yeah, well done. You swept the board. Excellent. That's hard to do in baseball for me.
I do it like every fucking 2 nights or so, but Unlike everybody else, I don't go on Twitter and fucking, look, I fucking swept there. Look at this. I act like I've been there before because I have.
That's right. Act like you've done it before. Act like you've been there. Yeah.
Because I have. All right, let's jump into the Canadian Football League right
Yeah, football. CFL, then we'll talk some SEC, and then we'll let Big Man come on.
Yeah, we'll talk to CFL here. I'm not really ready for a full SEC preview here. But
Brief.
That's something you want to,
Yeah.
You were the one that sort of threw this college football preview stuff at me here. Sort of like, we're just CFL. Like,
it forces me to get ready, too. That's why I did it. Yeah.
Don't you have your own show?
No, not for college football, no.
Isn't the round table yours?
The other three actually get to speak, believe it or not. It's hard to believe with the chatterbox that I can be.
Yeah. Do you are you still wondering where the chatterbox came from, I'm sure? Huh?
I am, actually. Yeah.
It was clam chowder.
Really, huh? Clam chowder is the one that, wow. It can surprise you sometimes.
It was clam chowder that fucking coined you chatterbox.
Wow.
I just did rat clam chowder out there.
I'm not so sure. I'm disappointed now that I couldn't find him at the end of that Argo game the other night. Kidding, of course. Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing. To be honest, I couldn't find him. I don't know how hard you really looked.
Big red mascot. It can't be that difficult to spot.
But you would figure. Hey, Wazzle, just shut up, bro. Right? You would figure that, Babano. But basically, and I don't blame you. I'm just as guilty. I forgot clam chowder there. I walked out of the game in disgust. You know what I mean? Like,
at least you easily retrieved him. That's
like everyone says that to me. Well, how did you lose him? He was in a purple outfit. I'm like, listen, it was 47-1. All right. I had $500 on the game. I was fucking drunk. I was all right, but everyone else was fighting and shit. There was like big drama all fucking night everywhere. And finally, like another thing is clam chowder refused to sit with us.
Yep.
Like clam chowder, like I told him, chowder, fucking, hey, you know what I mean? It's the third quarter. And he ignored me, fuck. He just walked away.
I told him the same thing right before halftime.
Whatever. And then I saw him running around the sideline there, whatever. And, I thought, but the thing is, you did come up here, so we can't blame you. Everyone was blaming you for everything the other night. And I will say that not everything was your fault. I will defend you on that, Babano.
Well, I appreciate that. But with clam chowder, I told him in the first half, because I sat the whole first half down there with him. I said, clam chowder. I mean, we're at halftime, I'm going up with the guys because there's room up there. They're telling me there's room up there. I'm going to sit with them in the second half. Come on up with me. And he said, no, I got to get on camera here. I got to find TSN cameras and I got to find them and make sure I get on there somehow. He's like, he was hell-bent. Couldn't stop him. When he's got his mind fixed on that, getting on television with that mascot outfit on, look out. Can't stop him.
Told him, fuck, it doesn't matter where you fucking sit. Fuck. They scan the fucking crowd, chatter. Like, they scan the crowd during the fucking breaks and they decide where they're going to go. If they see a fucking purple mascot in the fucking stands, I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't show them, though. Who fucking knows? Like, TSN are uptight, right?
Oh, yeah. That's what he said. So I got to stay down here. He said, okay, all right. Well, I hope he got on TV. I don't think he did, though.
No, if he did, someone would have seen him.
Yeah. They would have posted it by now. By the way, that football game was it was a waste of time, completely useless, that football game. The day was great. It was a lot of fun the entire day, all of us, but that football game was a disgrace. It was as bad as it gets.
Yeah. It was.
I don't know if I'll see a worse game than that in the CFL in a long time. I really don't.
Well, Calgary played well.
They did. Yeah, they impressed. They made some nice plays.
Calgary played well. Speaking of which, the Calgary Stampeders are 7.5-point favorites tomorrow night against the visiting Ottawa Red Blacks. Red Blacks looked real good in week one. The offense was efficient. Calgary Stampeders now 2-0 on the year. To me, they didn't look great in week one. They really did look sharp last week. It was a big game for them, but I sort of get the feeling that the Calgary Stampeders, all the talk about, they've got new guys in the secondary and they lost this guy and that guy. Whatever, fuck. You just get the feeling that this team is just pissed off right now and just another year in the CFL. But, man, it looks like Calgary is going to be one of these 15-3 teams again.
They could be. Their offense certainly looks great. I mean, I can't say enough about the way they played in the first two games.
So, Like there's automatic wins. You know what I mean? I'm not saying the other teams in the West aren't good too, and they're going to run away with it. But there's a lot of bad fucking teams in the CFL right now.
There's a few that have got some, like Toronto looks like a bad team right now. Can you believe it? The Grey Cup champs look like a bad team, 0-2 after 2 games. Now they're going to have to go to James Franklin for the rest of the season. But with Calgary, yeah, impressive on offense in the first 2 games. Like that offensive line that was concerned for me going into the season, they're playing better than I thought. They're integrating the new faces. I did say they had depth. It looks like they're using that depth, putting that depth to good use, because that offensive line's been good, been running the football. He's got lots of weapons to throw it to. Defensively, they've been good. I mean, they neutralized at least Hamilton. They shut down Toronto completely. But I'm a little concerned about the scheduling situation for Calgary here. As impressive as they've been for 2-0, here they're playing Ottawa that dismantled Saskatchewan last week, that's had a full week to get ready for this game. This is a short week, Gabe, for Calgary. They were in Toronto Saturday. You're coming back home to play a Thursday game, short week of prep, less practices. And from what I've read from the Calgary Sun, the practices have been brutal for Calgary this week. They've looked awful in these practices leading up to this Ottawa game. I'm worried that a little flat spot could show up here for the Stamps. You just kicked the snot out of the team you desperately wanted to beat, the Toronto Argonauts, 41-7. You got sweet revenge losing the Grey Cup. Now you're playing outside the division again in Ottawa. An Ottawa team, Gabe, look at the recent meetings with Ottawa and Calgary. One close game after another. The Red Blacks have not been fearful of this Stampeders team. I think we get a close game. I took +8. That line's moved down a bit. I think they stay within a score, at least, Ottawa, in this game.
Should be some points, I would expect, in this football game.
Yeah, but 57. I mean, wow, that total's
high,
big time high. You may have to go teaser route.
Yeah, they're not giving anything away on that. So the Calgary Stampeders are 2-0 straight up. They're also 2-0 against the point spread right now. And they are now 2-0 to the under on the season as well, but man, we talk about the total looking good, but the fact of the matter is that Hamilton game stayed under the number, and last week the Argo game stayed under the number against Calgary.
Yeah, the Calgary's defense, I think this number is just too high. I mean, I actually like under a bit. I did bet under 57. Value play. The one thing that does concern me is that it's 4-0 to the over. Last 4 meetings between these two teams, and we've seen a lot of 33-31, 31-28 kind of games, all close games, but all very, very high scoring.
Cup game. And then when they played the rematch last year, the first game of the year, it was like a high scoring tie and shit, right? So
it was.
You're right. These two teams always play high scoring games. I would go, I think it's 57, but it's 57 for a reason. There's going to be points. Ottawa can move the football. They match up well with Calgary. It's sort of a mini rivalry now.
And Trevor Harris has played really good football against this Calgary defense. Yeah. He played very good against them last year. I think he'll play good again. I think he's ready. If Trevor Harris stays healthy, he can play in this league, I think. And I think he's
been a good quarterback. I mean, he was really good with the Argos years ago. He's one of these guys. He never gets through the season, right? We'll see. Hopefully he can. But yeah, you're right. Trevor Harris is a very good quarterback when he plays, like he is. I've trusted him. I took Ottawa last week. I bet on them. I trust Trevor Harris for my money, but it's tough. Like, he gets hurt often. But so you like Babano's taking the points here. Good note. Like, what's the only? I guess your Ticats beating Edmonton last week would be the only Eastern Division victory though against the Western team this year, right?
The Hamilton beating Edmonton. No, there was Ottawa beating Saskatchewan last week.
That's right. Yep.
No, the East did okay against the West last week. They held their own at least until Toronto played Calgary. That is.
Yeah, and Montreal.
And Montreal, of course. Yeah. So 2-2 last week. It was 2-2 straight up in ATS West versus East last week. So I don't think you can bet West over the East blindly this year. I really don't. I think some of these East teams are capable. Ottawa's capable. Hamilton's capable. There's a couple decent teams at least.
You talk like there's 20 teams in the league.
I know.
Only 4 teams. There's only 4 teams in a division, Babano.
Exactly. Ottawa and Hamilton are decent.
Like Montreal are terrible, and I'll tell you what. James Franklin could be a good quarterback, but I don't know how that's going to work out for them. We'll see. They do have a bye week this week, so. Tomorrow night, guys, the game is at 9:00. So, in other words, we'll be on tomorrow night during this football game. Be something to watch and bitch about. We'll have some halftime action, in-game, etc. So, tomorrow night, Babano likes the points with the underdog here. I don't disagree with that. I'll look at the dog, and I'll look at a high-scoring game. which leads us into Friday night. I assume, well, I don't even have to assume. I know you'll be there because you're a season ticket holder, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers and your Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Season opener at the Donut Box. Damn straight, I'll be there. I'll be buzzed. A couple of suds in me. I'm looking forward to it.
The Donut Box. That's what you guys call it?
Yep. Tim Hortons Field. That's its nickname. Everybody's pretty much calling it that. Yeah.
Donut Box. Who do you go with to these games? Like you have season tickets or like two other guys or one other person or alone or like what do you do with this?
3 other friends of mine that I've pretty much known for 20 plus years since high school, late elementary school. Yeah. So we've stayed friends. We've stayed in the area the whole time, and they're the people I watch Ticat games with. Usually, even when they don't play at home, we do a house party and a barbecue and swimming sometimes when it's summertime. So it's good.
All right, good stuff. Your Ticat buddies. All right, so
they are, yes, buddies overall.
Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Winnipeg lost that first game in a heartbreaker to Edmonton, 33-30, but Strevler really showed something. The offense showed something. Last week, they smashed the fuck out of the Montreal Alouettes. And we can say the Alouettes suck, which they do, but, we can't take anything away from the Bombers. The Bombers look good. They did. Strevler looks like the real deal, man. This kid's got confidence. He's a big guy. He's mobile. He can run. He's not scared to run people over. You see he puts his shoulder down, runs over linebackers. So Strevler's shown something here. Hamilton laying 4.5. Generally, Babano, the way I see you guys is, I don't know, man. You're sort of like the Bills, fuck. Like, don't you get the feeling they'll disappoint you? They win on the road last week and they'll come home and lose Hamilton?
It's potential. One last thing, by the way, about Ottawa-Calgary. Last year, 43-39, 31-31, the 2 games. So there you go. Close games, both of them. So, like I said, I like Ottawa there plus the points.
Over the number, too.
And both games over the total, although I think it could stay under this time. But I'll tell you what about Hamilton. We're talking about a team that, and we know last year was a dismal season for them. They got off to that, 0-8 start. Ken Austin steps down. June Jones comes in, and that's really when they started to right the ship and play better, and Masoli became the quarterback. Kolaros got sat down. But most of the good play that Hamilton had when Jones took over, Gabe, was on the road last year. They've only covered Hamilton 3-point spreads in their last 15 home games. This has suddenly not been a strong home field. Last year it was dismal. They played awful for the most part on their home field. Disappointed me, disappointed a lot of our season ticket holders, a lot of the fans there. They need to change that. And Hamilton, after that big win against Edmonton, you're concerned maybe a little flat spot, but it's their home opener. Everybody's talking. We got to be better at home this year. It was unacceptable how poorly we played at Tim Hortons Field last year. So we'll see. Let's see if they can get it done. I personally, though, I'm not laying 4.5 with Hamilton in this game because Chris Strevler's done enough to prove to me that he's playing at a good level right now. I'm impressed by this kid for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Dual threat, can run, has been able to make plays. I'm concerned about Winnipeg's defense, though, Morency. I mean, it's one thing to shut down Montreal. They have no offense, no quarterback, but they got shredded by Edmonton. It's not going to be as easy facing Hamilton, a mobile quarterback, and Masoli. This is the game that absolutely screams shootout. It's going to be a hot, muggy, humid night in Hamilton on Friday. The defenses are going to get tired in the second half. Winnipeg plays faster-paced offense. They usually snap the ball pretty quickly. If you've noticed, they go up-tempo a little bit, Winnipeg, on offense. More plays means more points. Even though this is a high number, I like the over here.
I think Mr. Deadman has the line of the night, which, you know what, Deadman? You're right. Fuck. See, he goes, it seems like every game in every sport's a coin flip. Yeah, they are. They really are. They fucking think, like everyone always thinks, oh, this game's great and that game's great. They're all the same, fuck. They're all the same. You're right, Deadman. You're like, I'm telling you. You just said it right there. They're all the fucking same. All right? Like, no one knows, fuck. No one fucking knows. Everyone, blah, 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 blah. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. Nobody motherfucking knows. They're all fucking toss-ups. Yeah, like everyone knew today that Costa Rica was going to score 2 goals, fuck. They haven't scored all tournament. They scored 2 goals against the Swiss. And everyone knew the ball was going to bounce off the crossbar and bounce off the goalie's head, fuck, right?
Well, what you're betting is line value. You're betting edges, perceived edges that you have that maybe the odds makers haven't accounted for. There's no certainties. You know, you don't know. You can't handicap a pick 6 at the worst time in the game. You can't handicap a fumble. You can't handicap a referee making a terrible penalty call. Yeah.
That's what the late, great Dave Belinsky would say, right? He said, I'm not betting the games. Walensky would always tell us this. He really was big on that near the end, I remember. He would often, like, he didn't always talk like that, but you guys remember Dave would always say, he goes, Gabe, I'm not betting on the team. Like, he goes, I don't bet on teams. I bet on numbers. He goes, like you said, if I think the number's off and I have a better chance with the odds of winning, he goes, but I'm not betting on the team and the game. Like, he's betting on the number. And he felt as though if you bet on the right numbers enough times, then you'll win more than you lose because of the number. But it was an interesting concept. Like, he really wasn't so much betting on the actual teams. He was betting on the numbers. But that was Billy Walters' approach too. Like, Billy doesn't know about the teams and shit like that, right? Like, that wasn't Billy's approach either. Billy's approach was what's a fucking bad number? Fuck. That we'll have a better opportunity. And he understood that, listen, we're going to lose fucking 4 out of 10 of these probably, sir. But hey, if we win 6, that's pretty fucking good, right? And especially, like, man, the volume of Walter's operation was crazy. Like, Walensky told me.
Oh, yeah. It was in depth.
People think like someone like Billy always putting like, the biggest, like, he's the biggest sports bettor in America, right? He was. So let's say people thought like, oh, he plays fucking only 3 games that he likes and shit like that. It's fucking bullshit, dude. It was nuts. Like, he was an action guy. Like, he believed like fucking, like they had like 200 bets a day and shit, but man, it was nuts. It was nuts. Like, basically, like, okay, I don't love this game, but you're telling me that it's 3.5 at the South Point, but it's 4.5 everywhere else. So he basically had runners everywhere, right? So as soon as they would see, they'd be like, holy shit, it's 3.5 here right now, but you can get it at fucking 4 there and 4.5 there. So he would smash it there. It would move the fucking number, and he knew he would move the numbers. He would then move the numbers, and then he would fucking smash it again at +6. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, he
All
would manipulate the number himself, and he would end up, so it's crazy. Like, so he wasn't really on games or like, oh, he needs San Francisco. It's like, no, fuck. He's got San Francisco at 3.5, 4.5. He's got the other side at fucking +6 now. And yeah, they're not all going to win. Because a casual guy like me, or even you, a lot of us here would say, well, that's all fucking good, but what am I going to do? Put $200 in all these and win $22 at the end of the night? Oh, I grinded out $22. But with him, he was throwing like $2.5 million a night into the marketplace. So if he's throwing $2 million in, and at the end of the night, they're like, listen, we got $2.6 million back. That was a big night. You just made 600 fucking K. And in the stock world with real investors, that's real money. Fuck.
Exactly.
Like,
It's all
that was their operation. Like, that was the approach that they took.
arbitrage betting. You get early on one line. You use the line and you get like 3 or 4 points the other way and bet at the other side. Same thing with the money lines in baseball and hockey. You can bet an underdog prior to the game. The underdog jumps out to a 2-3-4 nothing lead. You bet the other side.
Yeah, we know. I tell people that all the time. I know. Yep. But this is a different approach of that's live in-game betting. This is just sort of the attack of like they were never looking to go fucking 18-0 in a day. You know what I mean?
No.
Like that was
pick off weak numbers.
Like, they didn't expect to. They weren't mad when they didn't. Like, it's really like there's a lot of stuff out there with it. Dave told me quite a bit. He couldn't tell you everything. There's a lot of shit's classified or confidential or whatever. Like, Dave didn't leak company secrets to me, but I asked, like, he sort of explained like how it worked, the operation and shit. And the thing is too, like, Billy it wasn't just sports betting, guys. It wasn't just sports betting. Like, he had fucking blackjack experts, that would fucking scout the casinos and shit and fuck. All right, this dealer's bad, fuck. You know what I mean? Wow. Like, sort of like umpires and shit, and like they had a ranking of like dealers and shit. So they would know, okay, fuck, this fucking chick's over at the fucking Planet Hollywood right now. Get her. Right? And he would so he has a blackjack team of people, fuck. He's got a fucking team of slot guys, math guys that fucking knew, all right, fuck, the machine's over. This machine here is a little looser than those machines at that casino. So let's fucking drop fucking $100,000 of coins in this thing and see what happens. That was their approach. And hey, if we get $101,000 out of it, it was worth it. Fuck. That's the way they looked at it. Not so much, oh, we're fucking Johnny Cool driving around Ferraris and I went 6-0 on Sunday, right? They didn't take that approach. If they could squeeze out a profit, they squeezed the profit and moved on. Real businessmen type mentality.
It is business and not leaving any stone unturned, doing thorough analysis. You've got people working in different sectors, blackjack, sports, anything else in the casino, just trying to find those advantages, edges. These are different kind of edges, obviously, than the standard sports bettor would try to go after. But
the standard guy, none of us could do this.
No.
It all sounds all good, but
he's got the money to pay these guys. Exactly.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not a blackjack. I can't walk into a fucking casino and tell you, oh yeah, out of the 52 dealers here, those are the 2 weak ones. Fuck. I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe I know if I knew the strat. Okay, I don't want to play with this guy because I know whatever that I don't like this Somalian chick because she always beats me type thing. But like you said, he had a team. Like, look, he was so good. Look how good Dave Malinsky was, right?
Yep.
Dave Malinsky's job was solely the Mountain West. Like, they didn't give a shit what Malinsky's opinion was on anything else. Like, Dave could go in and say, listen, I like Auburn a lot. They was like, listen, fuck, you're not our SEC guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Joe Blow is SEC. You're Mountain West. Stick to Nevada. Stick to San Jose State. Yeah, yeah.
He was adamant about that. He goes, I don't want to, I'm serious. Don't look at fucking anything. He goes, all you look at is the Mountain West. And he goes, if somebody takes a shit in the Mountain West, I want to know. You are Mountain West. And basically they had like a fucking room, man, of like fucking guys. Each guy handles a conference. And some conferences, like the complicated ones, they had a couple of guys. Yep. And, on the phone with local weathermen, local beat reporters, assistant coaches, fucking real networking. Not just, we think we're capping because we sit in front of a computer all day reading shit. Like, these guys, like, that's real gumshoe capping, what these guys do,
Well, that's the thing. I read quotes all the time from beat writers saying, breaking news half an hour before kickoff, this quarterback's not playing. He's talking to the beat writers. His people are talking to the beat writers. His people are talking to the coaches. Yeah,
how does Don Best and Sportsbook Review and the odds pages and all these people know before, right?
Yeah.
Because you're right. Like, okay, when something hits on Twitter, it's too late.
That's right. He wants that info before everybody else has it. That's exactly what he's
like. So the beat writer knows, okay, I'm going to write that this player's hurt in the morning in the local paper, or I'm going to tweet it out. You need to know and speak to this cocksucker at 3 a.m. and know, all right, yeah, you're going to be tweeting this out tomorrow only, right? So we'll get in on this now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, it's like insider trading. It exists.
He wants to beat the betting market to the punch. He wants to beat the public to the punch. And that's exactly what he's looking for when he's trying to find these edges and get this info and get it in front of it before it hits, the mainstream public. And he's going to get a better number, better bet in, and a more positive expectation wager in before anybody else does. That's exactly what Billy Walters built a foundation of betting on.
Everybody can be successful with the same sort of approach, though, in the sense that we talked about it. If you win $200 a day, you're making $72,000 a year. A lot of people think $72,000 a year is pretty good living. And you know what?
It's pretty good. It's decent. Yeah.
It's more than fucking a lot of people that, with pretty high profile jobs make. Cops are making $40K a year. Fucking, nurses, teachers, you know what I mean? Go down the list. Like, not every lawyer is rich, right? So you make $72,000 a year. You make $200 a fucking day. It's not hard to make $200 a day betting on sports.
Yeah.
My problem is I don't give a shit about $200. And that's a problem. I should care. I don't respect the value of money enough, I guess. But if I win $200, it's like, well, whatever. Fuck, that's not a day. It's like, yeah, okay, good. I just won $200 at fucking 10 in the morning. Fuck. First goal scored fucking the first 10 minutes of 20 minutes of a soccer game, whatever. Okay. Do I stop after that? No. Right? In fact, I get stupider. Hey, I just won $200. Fucking let's put 400 on the next one. Right? But if you can have that discipline where you're like, okay, I made $200 today. I'm out. That's it. I'm out. Make $200. Put it there. Boom. I'm out. Move on to the next day. If you want to play something, play a $5 fucking parlay, hero parlay or something and kick back. But you already made your $200 for the fucking day. And you do that approach every fucking day. And at the end of the week, you got $1,400 profit in your pocket. 2 weeks, you got $2,800. Fuck. End of the month, holy shit. Fuck. I just made $5,600 gambling this month. Fuck. Right? And You know, those are nice numbers. That's nice numbers. If you tell me, hey, listen, end of the month you made $5,000 this month betting on sports, you'd be like, fuck, that's fucking good. That's a good thing. But instead, you know, a lot of us degenerate gamblers, like the Bobby Riggs talk, a lot of us degenerate gamblers, you know, and I'm there, I do it all the fucking time, dude. Like, I escaped the Germany shit, but no, let's try to win $2,000 every day, right? Like, if you're chasing shit, man, like a dog chasing the fucking tail, you're going to end up fucking getting dizzy. It's crazy, but the long-term approach really is the better way to fucking go, because unless we're going to die in 2 weeks, right? I'm still going to be here in a month. You know, that's why I'm starting to play more futures, Babano, and I am starting to look at the bigger picture of sports gambling as opposed to just fucking being a degenerate every day.
Yeah, for me, it's all about long-term investing with sports betting and everything that I do financially. I mean, I've got $25,000 right now tied up in RRSP and savings account, mutual funds with the bank that I'm hoping continues to accumulate over time. And sports betting bankroll, I treat it very similarly. Well, not rich. I mean, we're trying to get that to grow a little bit here. But the sports betting bankroll is something that I look at as long-term for my future, for retirement living, for down the road. You know, the sports memo, you know, subscriptions and all that gets me through, gets me paying the bills. What I do for SBR gets me through paying the bills. But it's all about that long-term growth financially. And I got a couple things sports betting, I think of doing that. My banking investments, it's all about that long-term vision. If you have no long-term vision, Gabe, what are you doing this for? That's what I would ask people that are trying to get into sports betting. Got to have that long-term financial goal in mind down the road.
There's different people, right? There's like a lot of guys here, whatever. There's a lot of people that have successful jobs and aren't fucking degenerate gamblers that they're betting for fun.
Yeah, you're allowed to. If you're successful financially, have a good job, you're allowed to bet.
You know what? I'm going to drop fucking. I don't care. I make money. I got $1,000 to bet this weekend on NFL games. I'm going to have fun watching the Cowboys play. You know, and you know, like a lot of people. I know a lot of guys that bet and they don't cry like we do about it, right? We're degenerates, guys. I hate to admit it, but oh my life this and fucking got screwed. Oh, we got bad luck. We all do it. It's the Bobby Riggs speech. I'm listening to you all talk here. Oh, woe is me. Fucking, how did this happen? You know, it's the same fucking bullshit. But you're right. If you're gambling every day and you're gambling every day for like a long motherfucking time of years, then as Babano just stated, the long approach is the motherfucking way to go. Otherwise, you're just going to live a roller coaster of chaos and despair.
And if you're financially set and you got a great paying job and you're doing well in life financially, and you want to, you know, just bet a little, you know, not frivolously, but you want to bet, you know, 10 games or 20 games a day and you can get away with it, that's fine. That's fine. It's just if you're going to be serious about trying to make this a serious profit, serious income for you in the long run, I think the long-term goal, that's something you got to have in mind if you're going to do it.
All right.
There you go. A little financial gambling wisdom. There we go. Bankroll management. Yeah, wisdom. There you go.
Gambling 101 talk. Well, you know what? I need to hear this shit even myself. And I'm the king of this, guys. Like, fuck. Only in all of us, right, in life. Only if we all practice what we preach, right?
That's Chris Edge, exactly. If it's a Roth, I know that's the thing in the States, Roth IRA, they call it. I have heard of it before. It's not what it is here, but I know it's down there. Invest in your future, exactly. Put a little away every month or every 6 months or something like that. Think about the future. Think about you at 65 or 70 years old. What are you going to have to fall back on? That's important stuff. It really is.
Listen, Babano. How old are you, Babano?
33. I got to start thinking. 33 in a couple of weeks, July 14th.
When I was 33, I was banging a fucking stripper and shit.
Nah, I'm not that lucky, unfortunately.
Hey, fuck it. I'm 47 and I got nothing. I don't think of the future. I live day by day. I'm not saying it's a good way to go.
I had a lap dance session with a stripper in Vancouver when we were there. That's as close as I got this year.
Never too late, though. It's true. It's true. I don't know. I never expected to really live. You know, I was thinking about it actually today. I was like, I wonder when I will die. Probably in my 70s, I would assume. I think, I don't know. That's what I sort of, maybe I'm being too optimistic, but I think I could get to the 70s. If you can last another 20, 30 years, then you really could live a long time. Like what year is it now? It's 2018. They say by like basically 2040/2050, shit's gonna be real crazy. Like that's when like fucking we'll start cheating death and stuff. Like they'll be able to save and add on if you have money. But you know, like the life expectancy in the year 2050 is going to get up to like fucking, it'll be normal for people to be healthy in their mid 80s and 90s and shit suddenly, right? So, but I think I'm going to fall just short. I'll fall just short of that sort of Inception fucking, or what's that movie? The Matt Damon one, or the, you know, the fucking, the District 9 ripoff one, whatever. And when I went to space and shit, they had a new planet. What was that fucking movie called? From the maker of District 9.
Oh, it's escaping me. But I will say this. I mean, if I'm going to be alive in my mid 90s, I want to be, I don't want to be, say, fully healthy. That might not be possible, but relatively healthy. I want to be able to speak. I want to be able to, you know, at least walk relatively. Even if I've got a walker, I can live with that. It's if I'm, you know, stuck in a bed somewhere.
Thank you guys. Elysium. There you go. Yeah, Elysium.
Elysium. Okay, I've heard of it now.
Yeah, basically Elysium. And Elysium is a real thing of the future. Like, there's no doubt. Basically, Earth is fucking beaten down, impoverished. Like, they sucked all the water out. Like, it's done, right? It's just sort of fucking everyone's homeless and broke type shit on Earth. And the rich elite fucking have like a new planet, which you know is going to happen. So the rich and elite started a new planet that the poor people couldn't get to. And on the new fucking planet, they had the technology and shit that basically they could cure anything. You lie like in a fucking tanning bed type shit. And it's like, you know what I mean? It can, whatever you have, the computers were, you know,
you'll be well again
on the spot type shit. And look, now, I mean, you could fucking photocopy a fucking hand now and shit. Fuck, like you can make anything. People like, you know, they're cloning fucking people and shit. So, you know, they're already doing all this shit, but they just want to blow our minds. I mean, look, society are pretty stupid people. We're obsessed with what Kim Kardashian's tits look like.
Yeah.
More so than, oh yeah, by the way, there's human clones. What do you think that they were cloning fucking sheep 20 years ago and the military never cloned fucking warriors? Come on, fuck.
I'm ready for it. It's coming, Gabe. Human cloning's coming. Robot employees in the workplace and in the office place are coming. Autonomous cars are coming. Self-driving cars are coming. All of this shit's coming. It's just a question of when.
Oh, yeah. You know what it'll be in the future, too? We'll have our first AI president.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to
definitely not saying it won't. That's for sure.
There was a challenge the other day with a fucking computer against a human. I forget what field it was in, but it was like the best fucking expert in the field, and the computer fucked them up. Oh, that was it. It was a debate. Fuck. They did a live debate. They did a live debate with like the debating champion and whatever, like really smart people type shit. And it was live. So it was a fucking person debating against the computer, fuck, that spoke back. And the computer won the debate, fuck. The human, like people, the judges, the human fucking had better analogies to use, but the facts, the computer had better factual arguments of the debate, which once again, the computer took emotion out of it. So basically, like if you think of something like healthcare, right, which is so divisive in the United States, that, you know, I don't want to pay for people. I don't want to do this. I don't want that. You know, how do we fucking, well, now that we cut healthcare, now fucking people are this and dying. How do we solve this? Basically, you're better off with a computer telling you, fuck. You know, you spit in. We have fucking 38 million sick people. We have this much fucking money. How do we fucking do this? It takes all emotion and politics out of it, and the computer will spit out a better answer than fucking, you know, Trudeau or Trump will, right? Or fucking Mitch McConnell or Congress or some dipshit fucking senator in Canada will. Like, I hate to say it, but it's to the point where, like, humans can't be trusted to make the right decision because emotion is too much involved.
Yeah, the senators in Canada that won't do shit about sports betting bills getting passed through there. But I love our chat. I knew our chat would have us ready and have it be on the ball. Late night anger management class.
Well, they went right into fucking sex robots.
I was going to say, where else would we go to turn to robot and artificial intelligence talk coming up than talking about robot and AI prostitutes, robot and AI hookers? It's great.
Settle down, Bobbert. Fucking Bobbert's going to be the first one to get arrested for sexually assaulting a robot.
They know where to take the discussion. I give him credit. The chat knows where to take the discussion.
Bobbert, that's the thing, though. Bobbert just let us into the mind of a psychopath, of a sense that people are going to be like, there's nut jobs like Bobbert just said. Some guy's going to be like, man, I'm going to get a fucking clone fucking woman shit, and I'll be able to do whatever I want, fuck. And it's going to be crazy, fuck, man. Dudes are going to be like fucking hitting clone wives with baseball bats and shit. I told you to shut up, fuck. You know, and you'd be cracking a robot over the head. Like, and I don't know. Like, I imagine in the future you'll get arrested for it too. Like, I'm not even kidding. You'll be like, you're not allowed to smash this fucking piece of intelligence here. It's against the law. And the other robot's now going to come and fucking beat you up, fuck.
You know, 20 years ago, Too Short, a great rap group, they had the song Two Bitches, and they were talking about two Mac bitches. We're going to Mac them. Well, in 20 years, it'll be two Mac bitches, two MacBook bitches, and you'll be able to do it that way. So a different kind of
I think we should change the subject, right? I don't want the sex robot talk, but, you know, you guys are asking, is it okay to attack the robot? No, it's not. Okay? Just for the record. You know when they fucking make these things too, the guy in the company, man, like, you know, sort of like a gun. Hey, listen, once we sell it, it's not our thing what you do with this thing. There was a robot the other day that said, I will kill all humans, man. I'm not kidding, too. It just spit out, I will kill everybody. And it's like it's Skynet, guys. We'll get back to CFL here, but it's Skynet. Yeah. It's Skynet. The computers are going to fucking override us because we're too stupid. Like, people don't understand this. Like, they already override us. Fuck, my computer, my MacBook, I can't turn off sometimes.
Can't get them to shut the fuck up. Yeah.
It's already turning off, it tells me. Like, they have a control. Like, even the MacBook has a mind of its own.
Yep.
Like, you can't walk into into a fucking airport tower and just start manually doing things. It'll override you. Like, you have the password or you have the code, and then it's going to ask why. Like, these computers, like, you think U.S. military fucking computers are just some asshole that punches in 41162 and I'm in the code and you can just do whatever you want? It'll override you, fuck. Like, we're going to get to the point, like, you know, like doctors, medicine, and surgeries are all computerized now. It's all screened and everything. Like, you know, like, who are you going to believe? Is a doctor going to go with that or what the fucking machine is telling them to do? And the computer, the supercomputer, go with a supercomputer. Like, we're already getting overrid by them. They already run our lives. We're just too stupid to realize it.
You know what? Who knew that the computer and technology age was going to envelop this society at one point? Was a Dutch dance group duo named Two Unlimited. They had a song called Info Super Highway, and the lyrics were, see the world progressing all around us. It's a virtual society. Info Super Highway, interaction, computer pal or enemy. And it's so true. If you're not on the side of the computer these days, you're in trouble. You're there. If you're the enemy of a computer these days, you're fucked. You can't have a good life at this point.
You know what's fucking is crazy? You know what, like the show that created the most things in reality that's predicted the future the most?
No.
Star Trek.
Wow.
Star Trek. Food replicators. Fuck. Basically microwaves. Fucking Star Trek was fucking great when they would communicate. That was the first cell phone. It's a flip phone. The Star Trek is a flip phone. They're fucking, what do they call them? The fucking, what do they call them in the show there? What the fuck were they called?
The flip phone.
Oh, the teleporter. Yeah, it's basically, you know, it was a walkie-talkie essentially, but it's a fucking flip phone.
Like one of those big honking ones, probably, yeah.
Like, you know, you go down the list. No, I'm talking about the thing that they fucking talk to each other. Hey, Scotty.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Kirk would flip it back and it would close and shit. Motorola, that was the first flip phone. Like you go down the list, like there's a ton of shit that they fucking.
Can't tell AT&T. Remember those glory days? Yeah, they had flip phones back then. Yeah, I don't even know if Cantel's in business.
They
got bought out probably.
Here it is. 10 Star Trek technologies that came true. The transporter one, they haven't perfected that. I'm still waiting for that one. Transparent aluminum, fuck. Like I said, if you get into the communicator, that was the shit. Communicators are essentially the fucking cell phone. Remember, like he even had a little star, he would talk into it and shit. Person-to-person devices made by Nextel in the late 90s. Fucking, you go down the list.
Nextel, Cantel, yeah, that rings a bell. That was like a high school phone of mine, elementary school cell phone. Cantel, AT&T. Wow.
Hyperspray, a former hypodermic injection of medication. Jet injectors have been used for many years. In fact, the technology predates Star Trek. Injection inventions were in death. So you go down the list when they used to shoot the arm shit. Like, there's a million motherfucking things that they fucking came up with in Star Trek that they saw. Yeah, the Simpsons predicted a few things too, but the Simpsons just sort of threw fucking darts, right? They were wrong about a lot of shit.
Back in the days when you used a phone to call people, to only call people. Oh, those days.
I actually have it still. I have it. I don't know where it is. Fuck, I got boxes of shit everywhere, but I have a big, thick Motorola phone. It's actually covered in blood, fuck, because it's a weapon, fuck. So, like, you could kill someone by hitting someone in the head with this thing, man. It's literally like a fucking, like, it looks like one of those now would be like a fucking military thing. Like, it's massive, man. Like, it's like this big, it's fucking thick, it's hard plastic, Motorola.
Yeah. Ooh.
It was like one of the first cell phones ever, fuck. I actually got it. You know, I was a fucking hustling kid, so I was like, I need that. It never worked. It never worked. I had it, and it was like, it never fucking worked. It was the biggest pain in the ass I ever fucking did. It was impossible. I got it like before cell phone technology was even everywhere. My battery died. It was like fucking the worst thing to try to get. Nobody else had cell phones. The cell phone connection was shit. Like, but it's funny because I saw that Motorola phone sells for a lot of money now. I actually have it somewhere. I don't know where the fuck it is, though.
Reminds me of playing Nintendo in the late 80s, early 90s when they first created virtual reality equipment, and it was a disaster at first. I mean, they just couldn't get it to work properly. You know, controls were sticking, and you were getting frustrated, and you hit the shoot button or fire a weapon, and it does something else. I mean, it drove you nuts.
Hey, for the record, too, guys, yeah, The Simpsons. Oh yeah, I had all the pagers. Fuck. The Simpsons predicts people in Portugal and Mexico are excited about this because you know the episode of The Simpsons, the soccer episode, which the soccer episode really isn't a soccer episode. I watched it last night. It's actually the gun episode. Remember when Homer buys a gun and Marge kicks him out and shit? But that's the soccer episode. I didn't realize it was the same one. I watched it last night because I got a kick out of it. I was like, oh, the soccer. Let me watch that. It's fucking hilarious. I can't play the audio. We'll get fucking this. We played The Simpsons once here and they freaked fuck. So, you know, it's are you ready? Instead of Monday Night Football, it's like, are you ready for some soccer? It's like, don't miss the International Soccer Federation Championship. Coming to Springfield, starring Aliaga, Unga, Aliaga 2. And it's like soccer, fast kicking, low scoring, ties, you bet. And so it's a fucking great promo for soccer. And they're like, battle for the championship of the world, featuring Portugal versus Mexico. So the Simpsons got Trump being president. So now even people in Mexico, it's fucking a massive story. It's all over the media in Mexico this week. And Portugal's really big on it now too. That the Simpsons says that it's Portugal versus Mexico for the championship of the world. So they could actually meet the way the bracket faces out. They could actually end up doing it. So
I don't think it'll happen, but it could.
Yeah, can you fucking imagine?
Didn't the Simpsons mention something about Las Vegas? You remember on one episode too with the their success? It had something to do with Vegas.
I don't know what they said about Vegas. They've had a few. They've had some good lines.
I remember reading something about that, and one of the episodes referenced Vegas. You know, getting a championship team or something. I'm pretty sure it was Vegas.
I don't know, but man, you got to back it up. It's you're kind of it's a vague thing you're throwing out here.
It is. It's like something.
Didn't Vegas didn't they say something? You're not even finishing the sentence.
Oh, exactly.
Simpsons
exec recalls Vegas Stanley Cup joke from classic episode. There we go. They joked that Vegas would win the Stanley Cup in one episode. There we go. Simpsons predicted the Stanley Cup in Las Vegas on one episode. In 1999, the Simpsons predicted the Stanley Cup would be in Las Vegas. In 1999, before The Hangover. Is that the name of the episode? Maybe.
Interesting. Yeah, I remember when they went to Vegas. Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Homer Simpson and Ned Flanders had the Stanley Cup in Vegas. Oh.
That's fucking interesting. Broncos Seahawks Super Bowl.
That would be it. So, yeah, that's...
They predicted the Broncos Seahawks Super Bowl.
It's amazing.
They had an episode with the cup in the background was the strip, says Kevin. See, Kevin's bringing fast. Good to see you, Kevin. It was great seeing you at the game, even though we were a little buzzed. It was a shitty game. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Back to the Future. The movie Back to the Future fucking predicted the Cubs, which is pretty fucking insane, fuck. They said the Cubs will win the World Series. And that one was the movie made, man. It was like in the fucking 80s, man. They said the Cubs, remember in the future, the newspaper, it said Cubs win World Series in 2015 or 16. They got it wrong by 1 year, I think. But,
okay, Viva Ned Flanders. Viva Ned Flanders was the name of the episode, yeah.
Yeah, they were off by a year, exactly, Nick. But it's pretty creepy that Back to the Future, because it was laughable, right? The Cubs never win.
Yeah.
And then they haven't won in 100 years. Fuck, so fucking...
Completely useless by September, right?
Yeah, Marty McFly fucking has the newspaper, and it says Chicago Cubs finally win World Series 2015 or 2016, and it happened in 15. It was a year early, whatever. They fucking Back to the Future. And another crazy fucking thing is Biff in Back to the Future is Donald Trump. That is Donald Trump. Like that, the producer, the movie actually stated that yes, it's fucking Donald Trump. Like they made the character after, like, even those years ago.
No,
like, you know, Donald Trump's always been famous, right? You know, he's been famous for fucking ever. He's been in stupid, for a guy that hates Hollywood. Trump claims he hates the Hollywood elites. He's done a lot of Hollywood movies, so
he has. Yeah,
been a lot of movies, Home Alone, and this and that, and fucking Playboy, softcore porn shit, and you know what I mean. Like Trump's been in the news, fucking since the late '70s type shit. So the Back to the Future, Biff and the casino and all that shit, that is based off of Donald Trump. So in other words, Biff from Back to the Future is the president.
Did you see the little meme, by the way, with Donald Trump and Kevin McAllister, Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone? Even 25 years ago, Donald Trump proved he didn't care when kids were separated from their parents. That's a pretty good one. I like that one.
Babano, they're bringing some Babano drops.
I love that one. Yeah.
All right, so we only got through 2 CFL games. We got a little off topic there, but all right, let's get back on the track here.
Yeah, where were we? Winnipeg Ham. I like the over. That's what I do remember saying. I like the over.
Yeah, all right. So
didn't touch the side.
Blue Bombers getting 4.5. I don't know. I see this game being a close game. That's one thing I see. I hate being a pussy and teasing it, but I don't know. This is a tough game. Fuck, man. This is a really tough one. What do you say? You like Bombers plus 4.5?
I'd lean that way because the thing with Winnipeg, it's their second straight road game. That concerns me. But Hammon's got to show me they can win and cover on the road. They've covered 3 numbers in their last 15 games. They're 3-12 and 3 against the 3-12 against the spread. Their last 15 home games. That's not good. But they have talked about we got to play better at home. I expect them to really play well. But you know, I could see them winning by a field goal too. So I don't love laying 4.5 more than a field goal.
Okay, Friday night, the Edmonton Eskimos have another Friday night football game. They lost last week to the Hamilton Tiger Cats. They were a little flat. Mike Riley was off in week 1. Remember, a lot of passes were inaccurate and stuff, but they came back and won the game. But they were really flat last week. We've talked about the Edmonton Eskimos not being a good home favorite, and even when they win at home, it's sort of dramatic comebacks by Riley, etc. It's tough with BC. BC played Montreal in week 1. They didn't look great. They won the game. They did enough to win. They didn't look great, but they won the game. Then they have a bye week. Now they're coming in here to Edmonton. What do you make of this one at 6.5 BC?
What I make is I need to see BC play Edmonton before I determine if they're any good. I think they'll be better. If BC's the team that I think they could be this season, a better team, has a chance to make the playoffs. I think they have a good game, maybe have a chance to win, but I need to see it first. You've played just one game, and it was a mediocre, run-of-the-mill, just do enough to get the job done win against the worst team in the CFL by far when they beat Montreal 22-10 in week 1. I got to see a lot more from BC. In theory, Edmonton should be focused and fired up for this game, Gabe, because last week was a debacle for them. They didn't play well at all against Hamilton. Their defense got shredded. I think there'll be points in this game. I think Edmonton's going to score. Their offense will bounce back. I don't trust their defense, though. I do think Jennings will make some plays. I'd lean. I don't want BC. I mean, I think there's going to be spots to back BC in the future. I don't trust them yet. I got to see them play well against a team other than Montreal. Let's put it as clear as can be. I got to see them against someone other than Montreal first. I'll go over the total. I'll probably stay out of the side. So I like the overs on Friday night. I don't really love the side in either game.
Yeah, you know what? I got to be honest. I'll probably end up teasing this one. I'll probably end up teasing this one to the over with the home team to win the game. I generally there's Mario and Luigi at the Dodger game. I generally don't like laying points, Babano, but I sort of get the feeling here that Edmonton's going to come to play and BC might not be as good as people might think they are because they beat the Alouettes.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, BC to me, and BC's got the advantage of a bye, okay? They got time to practice, time to prepare, but I don't like those week 2 buys. You only play that one regular season game when your starters don't play in the preseason at all, and then you're in a bye week again, just like that.
They had a hard time protecting Jennings a lot, too, even against the Alouettes. Like, Jennings was running for his life off, and the pocket was breaking down very, very quickly. Yeah, like BC aren't – I don't think the BC are terrible, but I'm not sure how good they are. But I'm not in a hurry to lay 6.5 points either.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those teaser games. Maybe you tease BC, maybe you tease Edmonton down to pick them or close to that just to win the game. I think Edmonton will win the game. They were horrible. I trust them to bounce back. I think they'll move the ball, but I think Edmonton's defense has issues. You've seen it, and Odell Willis is going to make his return to Edmonton in this game. He was a key part of that Eskimo defense last year. Great pass rusher. He's on BC now, so he'll be ready for this game.
Bano. And finally, in closing, we've got the Montreal Alouettes and the Saskatchewan Roughriders. The Montreal Alouettes go to Saskatchewan. Brandon Bridges will now be the quarterback because Zach Collaros, unfortunately, poor guy, can't buy a break. He's a good guy, good quarterback, too. He just always gets hurt, It's not that he's soft either. I mean, you get hit in the head. What are you going to do? But so Bridges takes over now. Montreal really are that motherfucking bad. And to be honest with you, I'm surprised the point spread's not more, Babano.
I am too. I mean, I know Saskatchewan laid an egg last week against Ottawa. That was on the road, though. Okay, this will be their second home game. We know Mosaic Stadium's a big deal.
Their quarterback got hurt in the fucking second. Before Collaros got hurt, they were going back and forth in that game.
They were. And then Bridge came in and he just, he's unsettled. He didn't expect to be in there just like that. He's got prep time under his belt now. I think they're finally going to ease up a little bit more on the Duron Carter playing defense idea because he was burned a couple times against Montreal. Let that guy play at wide receiver only. That's his natural position. That's where he's at his best. That's what he's used to. Let him catch the football on offense. I think the defense experiment with him has to end. Get someone else to play alongside Ed Gainey in that secondary. Because Ed Gainey's a great cornerback for Saskatchewan. They're back home. It was a terrible game for them last week against Ottawa. I think they'll bounce back. If a team is motivated to beat the shit out of Montreal, they will beat the shit out of Montreal. That's just the way it is right now. Montreal's.
I realize this too. So it's actually Sunday, Canada Day, in a part of the country that they actually give a shit that it's Canada Day. So
Saskatchewan. Oh yeah, it's Saturday night.
Canada like Day. Montreal, they're sending the French guys up there to get messed up on Canada Day. Fuck you, Montreal. Fucking Canada. You know what I mean? It's like a setup. Fuck. The Owls aren't playing Canada Day at home, are they? Fuck.
Mike Sherman went to the Cam Stewart apology cam after last week's game against Winnipeg, said in the press conference, I apologize to our fans that they had to witness that. He's going to be apologizing a lot this season if that's going to be his regular routine.
I was in Montreal the other day, and I actually spoke to someone around the team. And it's a fucking shit show. It's a shit show, and guys on the team think they might not win a game.
I believe it. I truly you're 0-13 straight up, 0-13 against the spread. Okay, the Cleveland Browns in the NFL have not even come close to this level of straight up and against the spread futility.
They brought in Ken Hill, you guys, for the record, guys. Remember the Texas A&M quarterback?
Hill, yep.
And then he went to TCU as well after, right? He transferred to TCU. He had put it up out of TCU. I've never been a massive Ken Hill fan. It's an interesting dynamic because Ken Hill, his father, Ken Hill Sr., of course, was a very, very good Major League Baseball pitcher. I'm sure Kyle Hamburg really knows baseball. I'm sure he remembers him.
Yep.
Ken Hill Sr. was on the Montreal Expos. Actually on the Expos in '94. That very good Expo team. Ken Hill, that's his kid, Kenny Hill Jr. Good quarterback, decent quarterback. We'll see. It's funny that he replaced Manziel at Texas A&M, and now he's coming to the CFL. Oh, yeah, that was the shit that I don't know if you're going to like this or dislike this, but word out of Montreal is that they're going to get Johnny Manziel.
I can live with that. I mean, Masoli to me is Hamilton's quarterback.
If Masoli's going to be the quarterback of the Hamilton Tigers, listen, Manziel is back in the league now, or in the league, and he's playing nice because it's 2 weeks and shit.
Yeah.
The Canadian Football League's ratings were massive for a preseason game when Manziel played. They didn't go through all this so Manziel could be a backup. And they're getting concerned about the Montreal Alouettes right now being so fucking bad that, like, the team's going to fold type shit. Like, they're fucking worried that there's going to be 2,000 people in the stadium in 6 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you need a winner there when it comes
to telling you, I know, I'm just saying there's interference and shit, but that's reality, and this shit happens all the time. And basically, if they're going to lock in, I'm not saying that the commission or anyone's forcing Hammon to do anything yet, but Manziel didn't come to Canada to stand on the bench, okay?
No.
How long will this last? And the league's not going to let this Montreal thing get out of hand. So there could be a little nudge of, and you know what my source told me, that basically Hamilton won't let Manziel go, so Jeremiah Masoli will be on the Alouettes. They're division rivals. We'll see how this plays out, but none of this would surprise me down the road here.
Yeah, which would be contradictory to anything June Jones has said, who's been glowing about Masoli from day one. Why not? Because Masoli's played great since Jones got there, since he made him the starter. Who knows what they're going to do? What I do know is they can't.
They're not folding right now, Alex, but
it's getting bad.
Dude, like Babano,
they need to be winning. They need to be a winner there.
Great football games. They were 3-15. They got humiliated. Every home game is like worse than the last one. I mean, you lose 56-10. I don't care what city you're in, man. It's going to cause problems. And, Montreal has a hardcore base of Alouette fans, but there's only about 20,000 of them. And you got a stadium that holds 30. And then what happens when the fucking 20,000 that love you start to dwindle to 15,000? And, like, you better have fucking hot cheerleaders. You better have good halftime fucking shows this year, guys, there, because it's going to be a shit show, man.
Well, that's the thing. You're going to have Drew Willie at quarterback. What are your other options? This Matt Schultz guy, you bring in Kenny Hill. They have no clue. They have no options. They have no answers whatsoever at quarterback. Their offensive line is pathetic, Gabe. Drew Willie, I know he's not good, but he had no help. He was getting sacked, getting hit left and right, getting pressured. They can't even punt a football, for crying out loud, properly last week. I mean, it was just everything went wrong.
Couldn't even punt.
Receivers running wide open down the field, like behind the secondary. Winnipeg receivers all the game. Darvin Adams, Weston Dressler, everybody was getting behind Montreal's defense throughout that entire game, and their offense couldn't do anything. And just to show you how bad Montreal's been, they've lost 13 straight games straight up in ATS. 12 of those 13 losses by 12 points or more. By 12 points or more. Which means laying 10.5 shouldn't feel like that big of a deal. When you've lost 12 of your last 13 by 12 points or more, I could only back Saskatchewan here, and in fact, I will.
You Cabernet, AK, Bob, Battle. All right, Battle. So before we get you out of here, You know what, Ben? I was just kidding before. I do respect your opinion for the college football stuff, but we'll jump in a little bit later in the summer and stuff. We'll sort of, we don't have to do weekly breakdowns of each conference or anything like that. But later in the summer, we'll run through each conference and the best bets. But we can kick the tires on this. I did a preview today with Mark Lawrence on the radio. Big Ten, interesting conference this year, the Big Ten. Very, very skewed schedule of that conference. So it's fucking bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Some teams don't fucking play anybody. Michigan fucking plays everybody. It's garbage, fuck. And we get forced into it instead of this anomaly, instead of the random scheduling. It's like, well, you got to play Ohio State. It's like, well, you got to play Michigan State. It's like, so in other words, fucking Iowa and Wisconsin don't play these fuckers every year, but we do, right? Like, it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous, man. Like, you look at Wisconsin's schedule and then look at Michigan's schedule. It's like Michigan play fucking Michigan State, Wisconsin, and Penn State in a 3-week fucking run. We open up with Notre Dame and we fucking close with fucking Ohio State. These cocksuckers are fucking playing New Mexico and shit. It's frustrating. And in their conference, they don't. Wisconsin has one tough game. Fuck, they go to Michigan. It's annoying. I'm getting tired of this bullshit. Fuck, but all right, SEC.
You know what the theme and the headlines going into the new SEC season is? The whirlwind of new head coaches. 5 teams with new head coaches in this conference. It's going to be a new look SEC this year.
Interesting. Who are the head coaches? Well,
Dan Mullen at Florida.
Yeah, but he's new coach, you're right, but in conference, right? Conference, he goes from Mississippi State to Florida.
We've got
Texas A&M, Jimbo Fisher.
We've got Joe Moorhead at Mississippi State.
Tennessee has a new coach every year, so they've got a new one.
You've got Pruitt. Yeah, Pruitt going to Tennessee. I'm lukewarm on that one. Chad Morris at Arkansas. That's an interesting one. Chad Morris is a very good coach, but my issue is Arkansas is going to be at a completely 360-degree transition offensively. But Bielema's kids are the ones that Chad Morris is inheriting at Arkansas. Physical running style offense for years now at Arkansas. And here's Chad Morris bringing in up-tempo that he's bringing in with him from SMU, and then before that with Clemson, and more of a pass-oriented offense with kids recruited by Bielema. He's a great hire for Arkansas, and in time he's going to get them better, but it's going to take time. It's not going to happen with the kids that are there now.
I'll say one thing, man. Arkansas have a lot of talent, Babetto. And I get it, you're right. I mean, it's polar opposite in the sense that you're right. They went from that smash mouth, run downhill, 3 running backs and fucking to Morris coming from SMU, who likes to spread the shit around a bit and stuff. But it's the SEC, dude. That pop gun shit won't work, Babetto. Like, who runs the spread offense that really works in the SEC?
It's been trouble. Well, Auburn's as close as it's been to
working. And Auburn,
but it's more of a run-oriented spread.
But Auburn run the fucking ball a lot.
More of a run-oriented spread, exactly. Yep.
Like, it doesn't work, Babano. Like, the whole thing, SMU, that's cute. Good for you. Fuck, you're playing East Carolina. We'll spread the fucking field. All right, spread the fucking field against Alabama. Throw the out. It's gonna be a pick 6.
Yep.
It doesn't. There's a reason. You know what it reminds me of? Actually, it's Rich Rodriguez going to Michigan. You remember Rich Rodriguez went to Michigan, and Michigan were pretty much a run the football sort of traditional football offense. Rich Rod goes there, gets Denard Robinson, gets a bunch of fast dudes, runs around. Suddenly, we totally revamp everything. We go to this fucking pop gun bullshit offense.
Yep.
And all right, you're gonna have a couple of games where it looks good. Your quarterbacks get fucking killed, and basically, after everyone's seen it fucking once, it's a fucking joke, and you get your ass fucking handed to you. There's a reason why it doesn't work. It doesn't work if against good talent. So, but anyways, that's a separate rant. But I think Arkansas could be good because, like you said, these kids, Babano, they ran a smash mouth shit. But you're telling me none of these kids played an explosive offense in high school before? You got wasted wide receivers there, man. You got running backs now that could be under. Believer was a shitty fucking coach, man. He was fucking terrible.
They're terribly undercoached.
I could have won more fucking games than this guy with the same players. I swear to fucking God. This guy is the stupidest fucking blowhard douche fucking coach fucking motherfucker going for it on 4th and 1 from his 40. Like, his play calling was whack. His decisions were whack. He'd fucking run the ball. I swear to God, I bet a lot of Arkansas football. Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of Arkansas football, man. Arkansas, man, they'd run the ball down the field like with ease. You know what I mean? Like, they have these fucking monster linemen fucking like shoving people out of the way. Their running back will, like, you know, their trio of backs and shit will fucking pound it down the field. They'll be set up shop, first and goal from the 6. And then they had that fuckface Brandon Allen throw the football 3 straight times, you know? Like, it was amateur hour there. Fuck. They have good football players there. Arkansas is going to be a good team in a couple of years. I agree with Banner. They're going to be going in the right direction. Alabama's favored to win the SEC at +110. Georgia +300. Auburn +750. And then everyone else is a massive drop-off here.
Yeah, it's Tua time. Stop. Tua time. Tua Tagovailoa for the Alabama Crimson Tide. We'll see how I assume he's going to be the starter. I think Jalen Hurts' time as the starter's over after what we saw in the second half of the championship game against Georgia last year. Not to bring up old wounds for our friend Kyle Hamburg. I'm sorry I had to do that. But George, don't worry, Kyle. George is going to be excellent again. You know, Kirby Smart. Yeah. They got Jake Fromm full year now as the starting quarterback. They got to replace some people on defense, Kyle, Georgia. All three, you know, linebacker, D-line, secondary. They've all got a couple new faces, but they've recruited so well. I don't worry about that one iota. Kirby Smart is recruiting just about every bit as good now as Nick Saban in that conference there with Georgia. They'll be fine, and they'll be right there in the SEC East ready to win that division again. Florida with Dan Mullen. Felipe Franks. You watch Felipe Franks become a much better quarterback now that Dan Mullen's there. Dan Mullen's like the college quarterback whisperer. Look what he's done with all of these guys, with Dak Prescott and your Nick Fitzgeralds and guys that he's had in the past at Mississippi State. I think he'll get Felipe Franks to be a better quarterback there in Florida starting this season. So going back home.
I like Dan Mullen a lot. I think he's a very good coach, but I'm not sure that he made Dak. I think Dak Prescott probably made him look better than the other way around.
Yeah, but Nick Fitzgerald played good, though, with Mississippi State, too, though.
Yeah, he runs around, fuck.
In his offense, yeah.
Fitzgerald runs around, like, you know what I mean? Listen, I like Mullen, but this shit about, oh, coaches did this for him. Like, yeah. Like, what the fuck did Mullen really do for Dak Prescott? Fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dak Prescott's Dak Prescott. Like, the coaches take credit for these kids' work all the time. It's a big thing in college basketball, too. Oh, fucking Mike Krzyzewski. What does Krzyzewski do for Kyrie Irving? Fuck. Nothing. Like, he was there. He played 7 games. What do you do for him? Yell at him a few times? Act like an asshole? Fuck. You know what I mean? Like, these college coaches are fucking lowlifes. I hate that shit. Oh, well, this guy did this for this kid and that kid. It's like, no. The coach was there and fucking recruited the kid, you know? Essentially got lucky, fuck. It's like fucking Bill O'Brien, fucking dickhead, starts fucking Tom Savage over fucking Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, that was his highlight moment. You're right.
The win total. So Alabama's 10.5. One thing about Alabama is we don't know about this kid quarterback. He threw one fucking pass and whatever. He hit a Hail Mary and fucking suddenly he's a starting quarterback. So,
all we're going on Tua Tagovailoa, Gabe, is hype and expectation and what we saw at him in the second half. And he could be the best quarterback that Nick Saban on paper, talent-wise, has recruited. That's what I keep hearing, but we've still got to see it. Yeah.
How many passes did he throw?
I'm trying to remember now back in that. I don't think he had to air it out a ton. It was obviously everyone remembers the throw late in the game that won it in the overtime. Yeah. People remember that big bomb he had, but that was wide open coverage too. I mean, that was a bust by Georgia on that game-winning touchdown. Remember?
One thing that is interesting, though, is Tua's brother is actually there now, too, which is very, very rare. Like, okay, you know, there's often brothers will be on the same team, but it's rare that 2 brother quarterbacks are on the same team. His brother's a quarterback. And his brother's also a big-time recruit. So I really don't understand why would you go to play with your brother when you play the same fucking position? Like, there's 2 of them. There's 2 of these fucking Tuavolos or whatever the fuck the kid's name is. There's 2 of them now. They're both quarterbacks. Like, it's fucking whack. Alabama, listen, Alabama are fucking good as fuck. So I'm not gonna, I can't besmirch them here at all. But
and it's not like with Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa is going to need to do a lot. It's like the same thing. Just don't make mistakes and let the running game, let the defense take care of the rest. That's the Bama recipe. You'll be fine.
Well, the thing with Bama is they really haven't had an identity over the last couple of years. They've sort of been scattershot, right? I mean, they're on to their third, fourth offensive coordinator now in the last like 2 years. Fuck, from Kiffin to Sarkisian to Dable into their new offensive coordinator now. So they've had 4 offensive coordinators in the last like fucking 16 months, this team. Like there is no really, that's the weird thing with Alabama. They didn't run the ball in the national championship game. They got away from it. They don't really have an identity, and they have new coordinators on both sides of the football. So I don't really know what their identity is coming into the year with a new quarterback, new coordinators. I know they got good players. I know they're going to be good. Their win total is 10.5. You mentioned Georgia. Georgia's fucking loaded. They're stacked. They're going to be right there again. They play in an easy fucking. They play in the soft fucking side of the fucking conference too.
Yeah, I love Georgia point spread wise, and I love Georgia over their win total last year. This is probably not the year to be doing that. I mean, they're probably going to be priced very expensively.
10.5.
Exactly. There you go.
Auburn win total is 9. People are very hyped up on Auburn this year, but the thing is, I sort of get it because there's a lot of bad teams in the SEC. Like the SEC gets really, really hyped, but there's a big fucking drop off, man. It's Alabama, Georgia, Auburn. LSU aren't this. LSU it's finally gotten to the point where LSU aren't LSU anymore. They're not. They're just not. They're not that team. They're not to be feared like they used to. Ooh, the Bayou and all that bullshit. Fuck, it's done. The win total 7.5. That speaks for itself.
There's some big pieces on that Auburn offense that have to be replaced. I know Jarrett Stidham, the quarterback's back, which is nice, but that offensive line, I think 4 of the starters are gone, so they're going to have to rebuild that. Carryon Johnson's not back, so going to have to find a replacement there at the running back position. There's some defensive turnover going into this season as well. So, Auburn probably will get it going.
Battle, every fucking team has fucking turnover. Like, everyone says it. Oh, they lost a linebacker.
Key turnover, but it's the offensive
football team.
Yeah, exactly. But it's the offensive line.
They lost these guys, and they also have fucking 22 fucking 5-star recruits coming in, right?
That's what you hope for if you're Gus Malzahn. Yep, no question.
Like this. Oh, they lost this. Listen, returning starters is important on some teams, but this team lost 2 linebackers. Oh, I know. Oh shit, fuck, I know, because they never recruited any linebackers in the last 3 years. I'm not calling you out for this. I'm just stating that I see this all the time. Fuck. Oh, this team lost a cornerback. Yeah. So fucking what? Fuck.
They'll find a replacement. Mississippi State. I was just about to get to Mississippi State, Gabe. They're my bet on team, sleeper team, whatever you want to call it. Mississippi State.
Betting over 8 wins.
Joe Moorhead. What a hire.
Are you betting 8 over? We don't need the roster breakdowns. Are you betting over 8 wins?
Absolutely. 100%. 16 starters back from a 9-4 team last year. Nick Fitzgerald back. Defensive line looks fantastic. Joe Moorhead's a good coach. Good OC at Penn State. That Penn State offense was all Moorhead play calling. He had Barkley. He had
a rookie coach who's going to win 9 football games in the SEC.
I think he will. I think this guy's really on the ball and knows what he's doing. And I think 8 wins. They were 9-win team last year. They can't get me to 9 wins this year when I think they're better, and I really like the coaching hire. They can get 9 wins, they'll cash the ticket. I absolutely love it. Mississippi State, give me over 8 wins. Love it.
Urbano stepping up and in, saying
and that defense is going to be better for Mississippi State. That was the one issue with Mississippi State. Defense sometimes got picked on by better teams, better quarterbacks, better offenses. That defense will take a step up this year too. Fade team, take your pick, Gabe. My bet against team, fade team, Tennessee or Vanderbilt. Take your pick. Tennessee's got a new coach in Pruitt. It was left in shambles by the Butch Davis regime. I don't like anything there. Vanderbilt's actually got a potential. I like Kyle Shermer, the quarterback there. He's done a pretty decent job. He's gotten better and better slowly as the quarterback there. Maybe Vanderbilt a little more upside than Tennessee from the bottom.
What team? I haven't done my SEC research yet, but battle. I've kicked the tires a bit on it. I know about like the top teams here. I agree. The Gamecocks are a dangerous side here at 7 wins. I don't know. This might be stupid, but Kentucky seems to be going in the right direction. And I see Kentucky's win total is 6. I need to see what Kentucky's schedule looks like. What's your take on Kentucky, Babano?
Kentucky, a very interesting team. What I don't like about Kentucky is they might have the weakest quarterback in the SEC. Now, I know the quarterbacks have never been, SEC's never been the premier quarterback conference, especially at the next level. But, Terry Wilson, is a guy that's going to be likely the starting quarterback. Actually, he's battling with another guy, Gunnar Hoke, for the spot. That's always a little bit of a concern for them. Kentucky, defensively, though, should be okay. They've got some good returnees on that side of the ball. That's an under team to me, Kentucky, under the total. They'll probably be in some low-scoring games, new quarterbacks, some new faces on offense, maybe a decent defense. Kyle Amberg mentioning South Carolina. They'll be good. Jake Bentley's back. Will Muschamp slowly getting that program turned around again. Nothing wrong with South Carolina. If things break their way, they can be a factor in the East. I know Georgia's going to get talked about. Florida's going to get talked about. But in that East division, don't sleep on a South Carolina. That's a team that can compete and contend, I think.
All right. So, looking at the Kentucky Wildcats. They lost 4 of their last 5 games last year. The quarterback situation's a fucking problem. But they're fucking stacked, this fucking team.
Yeah, under is the thing I'm thinking of. Game to game, that'll be a lower scoring game type of team.
They got Benny Snell.
He's not bad.
First running back in Kentucky football history to rush for 1,000 yards in 2 consecutive seasons. 8 returning starters on defense.
That's what I like. I like the defense on that.
92nd nationally in yards allowed per game last year.
That's what they're going to need to hang their hat on, Gabe. They're going to have to, keep teams out of the end zone, hold them to field goals, force some turnovers, because that offense is going to be a work in progress.
This team looks very interesting, fuck. Kentucky football schedule.
I like that, Gabe. Once he gets his eyes and mind focused on one team, he's just right in on it. Yeah.
Well, I already know who plays for the team, Babano, and the coaches and stuff, right? Yep. So I'm looking for, give me some wins here. Give me something deeper here. That's why I'm focused. I'm like, all right, I don't want to just we're talking about the conference. Let's come away with this with something besides that Will Muschamp's the coach of South Carolina.
Yeah, exactly. No, South Carolina, I like. I'd lean over their win total. You know the one I like. I already said it. Mississippi State over 8. That's by far my favorite win total in the SEC. It's not even close.
Mississippi State over 8. That's the one you're going with. All right. Let's see. Where the fuck? I can't find it.
If Joe Moorhead is the coach, I think he is, and was at Penn State as the OC there, designing that offense just took off the moment James Franklin brought him in as the OC. That offense was very good at Penn State during those Joe Moorhead years. If he's the coach, I think he is. That team's at least a 9-win football team this year.
Central Michigan at Kentucky. Kentucky will win that game. They'll lose at Florida. They always lose at Florida. Fuck. Murray State at Kentucky. They can get to 2. Mississippi State at Kentucky will be a fucking battle. That's a toss-up. South Carolina, Kentucky. Fuck. Kentucky's pretty good at home, though. Let's say they split that shit. They get to 3 wins. Kentucky at A&M. Let's say they lose. Vanderbilt at Kentucky, that's a winnable game. They can get to 4. Kentucky at Missouri, they'll probably lose.
Problem is with Kentucky,
lost. Kentucky at Tennessee. Tennessee suck. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of anybody named Stoops in the coaching fraternity either. That wasn't a big game Bob guy. I wasn't a crazy loon. The other Stoops, the guy that lost, it was an Arizona head coach for a while there, and then he's working with Bob there in Oklahoma for a few years as the DC. I think he's still with Oklahoma actually as the DC there under Riley. He's a nutcase, that guy. And then you got Mark Stoops here in Kentucky, and I'm not enamored with the job he's done there in Kentucky. That's the issue too. I don't think they've been coached particularly well.
They've been built. I think they're going in the right direction actually. And I'll disagree. I think Bob Stoops is a great coach.
Bob? Oh, yeah.
The numbers speak for themselves.
Mike Stoops, the one I really don't like.
Bob Stoops got blown out in a couple of games, but he was in the games. You know what I
That guy
mean?
needs to take a Xanax on the sideline.
People that, if you're going to get to the big game, you're going to lose. So people can shit on Bob Stoops all they want, whatever, man. Ohio State got the shit kicked out of them in the fucking playoffs. Like, you look at Bob Stoops, 11-2, 11-2, 11-2, 10-3, 10-3, 12-2, 12-2, 11-3, 12-1, 12-2, 11-2, 13-0. Like, yeah. The guy's 190 wins and 48 losses in 17 years.
Consistency.
Of college
Can't
football.
deny that. Yeah, can't deny that about him.
Hard to say that he's not a very good football coach.
No, he's good, but I don't like his Mike Stoops. That's the one I've got an issue with. And Mark, to me, he's got to do a little bit better with Kentucky. Problem with Kentucky here in the SEC East is Florida's probably going to be a team to maybe watch out for with Mullen now. Georgia's going to be fantastic again, probably win the division. South Carolina's good. Where's the opportunity for Kentucky to move up with some of these other teams? I'm not sure it's there.
The thing. I think they're kind of even with these teams, but that's the thing. I look at Kentucky's schedule, and I'm having a hard time getting a 7. I sort of see it as 5 and 6, especially with the quarterback situation that you brought up. All right, Babano. Great stuff as always. Thanks for the CFL insight.
Yeah, and SEC, that was fun. Yep.
And good seeing you this past week at the game. Like I said, we had a good time partying. It kind of turned into a shit show after the game and everything, but that's going to happen when you have a bunch of drunk people and the home team loses 47-1 or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think we all share the same sentiment, Gabe. The football game was dreadful. It was absolutely terrible. The day we spent together, and partying and drinking and all that was not terrible. That was a hell of a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Always good. And by the way, people are asking me today, are you going to rap on the show? I don't just bust out rap karaoke on any old show, okay? I like to do it live for special events, parties, gatherings, a road rage. You want the Ian Cameron karaoke rap? Come on out and see it live. I want you in the building. I want you to feel the energy. I'm not just coming on dopey Google Hangouts. You expect me to do a full rap song karaoke? Not a chance. Not in a million years. Come out to a road rage. Come out to a party. Or better yet, if you want to see what I did Saturday night with the 2 rap karaokes I did, sign up for the hardest working guy I know in sports media at patreon.com/sportsrage. You can see that episode. There you go.
Rap, you gotta have to show up somewhere. So in other words, Bruce Chad's never going to see your rap.
He will never ever see that because he's never ever going to show up anywhere except Domino's Pizza and maybe some Bitcoin deposit facility.
Yeah, they're not talking so much about Bitcoin recently, actually. Poor bastards. The Bitcoin boasting talk's gone down. No, Bruce Chad's all right, but he deserved that shot. Bruce Chad did see you on Patreon, though. Bruce Chad's a Patreon.
He will. Yeah, he'll see that. Yeah, he will.
All right, great stuff, Bob Bano.
All right, awesome. Great indeed. Don't you dare go away. We got Big Man on campus next talking World Cup. Don't you miss it.
No, actually, Big Man's out.
Oh, he's out. Okay. Well, change of plans.
Yeah, he's done.
I was going to give him a nice little.
We have to scratch him because we went along with you.
Yeah. I've been a bookie for Big Man. I've been placing Bet365 bets for him because sometimes he's been locked out because he's got problems sometimes in the U.S. trying to get on Bet365. So I've been betting for him on that book.
I wouldn't be giving away. See how so I wouldn't rob. Come on, man. It's got to keep things.
Yeah, exactly.
Any other confessions?
No.
Any other confessions? Yeah, excellent segue, Babano says, "What up, Degenerate D?" No, we're just busting Bruce Chad's balls, and great stuff. Fun stuff, Babano.
No, Bruce Chad's a loyal sports rager. I give him credit for that. He's watching every show. It's just it's nice to see the guy once every 50 years.
Where is Babano right? Where is Bruce Chad right now?
Babano's here.
Yeah, Bruce Chad today sends me a tweet like after the fucking Germany game, like of a fucking Coke bottle exploding in someone's face. It's like, yeah, that's Feds Online 1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Our little secret. Yeah.
Where's right now? Big Man's probably watching this, going, "What the fuck?" There goes the hush money.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Big Man on campus is experiencing some internet issues and computer problems right now.
When is he not these days? Poor guy. I mean, he couldn't get on the round table right away this morning because of it.
Really, yeah. And he had a sort of a fucking little bit of an issue on the radio show with me the other day too. I actually said on the air, I said, hey, it appears as though that the internet connections and cell phone service is better in Philly than it is in Atlantic City.
I think that sand by the beach on that Jersey Shore beach house of his is getting into his connection wires or something.
I think it's fucking Snooki.
Yeah.
Snooki's like fucking fake tans takes up like the radiation of all the tanning beds in Jersey on the Jersey Shore. It sucks all the power out and it causes like radiation in the air, signals.
Yep.
The phone signals can't get through.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hopefully he gets them fixed sooner rather than later. That's for sure. All right, Gabe. Good stuff.
Thanks, Babano.
Have a great night. See everyone in the chat. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.
There's Ian Cameron. What is good stuff from Babano? Babano. I could use a fucking I need a spray tan. I'm one pale ass motherfucker. Settle down. Fong's in the union, fucker, right? We gotta pay. We you know. What are we paying? We paying Kenny. All right. I saw somebody in the chat talking about Becky Hammon being hired as a head coach. I hate when people spread bullshit things in the chat. Becky Hammon was not hired as a head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers. What's up, McInnes? We should bring McInnes on tomorrow night. Talk a little more CFL football. This NHL stuff should be falling into place. All good, Sandra Cock. Yeah, I believe she's she's like the assistant now, for real. I've always felt that she'd be the first female coach in professional sports. And I've always felt that Popovich, that she would take over in San Antonio, but she basically turned down the Colorado State job. She could have become the first woman to coach an NCAA men's team, but coaching Colorado State as a head coach is nowhere near the prestige of being an assistant coach in the NBA. Like, now she's one step away. She needs to put in a couple of more years here as an assistant coach now, as a head assistant. And, you know, I'd say Becky Hammon will be a head coach in the NBA within 5 years. I'll say 5 years. It's not going to be next year. It's coming. It'll be within like 5 years. She'll be a head coach in the NBA. I've got no issue. I've got no issue with Becky Hammon being a head coach. Like, if Becky Hammon was the coach of the Raptors, I wouldn't be like, oh, fuck, man. I don't want her. Like, Becky Hammon can't do a worse job than some of the fucking useless fucking coaches in this fucking league. Degenerate Dean. Degenerate Dean says, is it on camera, Degenerate Dean? I never thought about that. Fuck, is it on camera on Saturday night? Like, are the Doritos, why? Do you have like video evidence of them on the table? I don't really care. It's just a bag of Doritos. But like I stated, I had an unopened big bag of Doritos, and there are a million people here, and there's a ton of food here. But I remember when I was wasted, and even in like, I was like, all right, fuck. I was like, oh, I got a fucking full bag of Doritos there. And then they were just gone. They vanished. But I don't know what happened to them. Degenerate Dean. Cam denied taking them, but Taylor and Sonny are like, not us, not us. But hey, you guys can take them. You know, you brought all the real food. I'm not bitching. I'm not like mad who took the chips. It's sort of like the raisins on Seinfeld. Hey, wasn't there a box of raisins on the table? Yeah, there was. You know, so it's not so much that I'm concerned about the chips. I'm just sort of baffled as to, like, what did I hallucinate them? How about you go eat a fucking light bulb instead, Mark Virgin? If you want to eat something, eat a fucking light bulb. Go chew on a light bulb. Yeah, Dorito-gate. All right, so as far as the soccer is concerned tomorrow, because, yeah, we can't go on all night here. I've got an early morning thing I got to take care of. So it'd be great if we had video evidence. That's what I thought, like, in the back. It's not Cam. I don't think Cam didn't take them. Although Cam was extremely surly that night. It was pretty good, man. People think I'm angry. Like, Cam was telling everyone to fuck off. He's like, fuck you, you fucking Patreon bitches. Yeah, Cam was getting mad about that chowder all night. This fucking guy, I don't want to give him the ring. Remember the ring was a big drama here about a ring and fucking. It was a shit show Saturday. It'll be a little while before we have one of these big things here. So I still have like shit I haven't cleaned up here. Fuck. So listen, as far as the Surly Cam's the best. So as far as the World Cup is concerned, I'm going light tomorrow. I kind of got my ass handed me today. I'm a little drained and shit, man. It's draining, this stuff, fuck, you know? I watch all the games every minute, fucking stress, big money. It's fucking torturous, this shit. So get this. Tomorrow, and I was looking forward to talk to Big Man about this because I know he's got to play. I'd say you guys hit the like button here. Only 44 likes. Hit the like button. Give us a thumbs up. Give Sportsbook Review a thumbs up. But so tomorrow, England and Belgium are playing for first place in the group, but they're really not playing for first place in the group. I think they're both going to throw the game. Lukaku's not playing. Belgium doesn't want to win. And there's a reason for this. There's a reason for this. If you finish in second place, like the loser tomorrow of the match gets put in a fucking on the side of the bracket with Russia, Spain, Denmark, Croatia, Switzerland, Sweden, and the first place winner tomorrow, Japan, Senegal, or Colombia. If you win tomorrow, if England or Belgium win, you get put in the bracket with Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, France, Portugal, and Uruguay. So in other words, like all the good teams. Like, so seriously, let's just call it out for what it is. Would you rather have to play Sweden Or do you want to have to play fucking Brazil? You know, and if you survive the Brazil game, you get fucking France or Argentina or Uruguay, etc. Or Portugal. Like you go down, Argentina are going to get bounced by France. But you see what I'm saying? It's kind of skewed because there have been so many weird outcomes in these first and second places. It actually is, you're worse off winning tomorrow. And if I'm just a stupid idiot that knows this, then definitely Belgium's already benched their best player. They're already sitting their best player. Like Belgium knows this. Both these teams, so I'm just warning you guys, don't get hyped up by the TV hype in the morning and shit. That, oh, it's for first place in the group, and man, you know, I would nearly fall for it, but it's bullshit. They don't want to win. They don't want to win. As I stated, you're fucking screwed, man. You could either play Sweden, Switzerland, Croatia, Denmark, Spain, and Russia. So out of all those teams, Spain's like the only real threat. Croatia a bit. Or you fucking win the group and you have to go through either Mexico or Brazil, Argentina or France, Portugal, Uruguay. It's fucking relentless. It doesn't end, you know? Let's say Brazil beats Mexico. I think it's going to be a hell of a game, that game. But let's say Brazil beats Mexico, which they probably will. And Belgium wins the group and beats fucking the second place fucking team, like beats Senegal or Japan. All right, then after that, there's no more free passes. You're going to play Brazil. If you survive that, you'll play France. If you survive that, you play Uruguay. As opposed to we play Sweden or Switzerland winner, and after that, we play the winner of Denmark or Croatia. You know, essentially, you only really get Spain, you know, or Croatia down. Like Switzerland, okay, but they're not going to win. You know what I mean? Like, there's no comparison here. There's no debating it. There's no if. I haven't looked in the chat here, but there's no if and buts about this. You are better off losing this match tomorrow if you are England or Belgium. That's a great call by Spenny Mac because they both want to lose. And if they draw the game, it goes to cards. Fucking Belgium have more cards now. So that's funny. You're right. They're both going to get chippy because they're going to be like, fuck, get another card so we lose the tiebreaker. They don't want to win. I guarantee you. And this is going to be the ugly side of football tomorrow, soccer, etc. This is going to be the ugly side. Like we saw France and Denmark do a little wink, wink. And we've seen this in the past. Like France and Denmark did not try, all right? They both fucking were like, listen, we'll both draw, we'll both move on, and let's just fucking, you know. That's tomorrow. Neither team's going to want to win. I just went through it. You want to play Brazil or you want to play Sweden or Switzerland? Fuck. It's not a difficult choice. And it's not just one after that. Then after, you know, you only get Spain, really. The other fucking bracket, the left side of the bracket, it's fucking murder in a row, man. Uruguay versus Portugal, France versus Argentina, Brazil versus Mexico. You know, you've got to go through like fucking three of the big favorites to win a damn tournament. You're crazy, Cody. I love you, Cody, but you're crazy if you think that they don't care who they play. Are you nuts? Are you nuts, Kyle? Cody? They're not throwing a game. They don't have to throw the game. They're benching everybody. They're not trying to win. If you think if Belgium gave a shit about finishing in first place, they would bench their leading goal scorer. Why are they doing that? The game means nothing to them. Like they don't want to win the game. I'm not saying they're going to kick the ball in their own net deliberately, but they're not going to try to win. Red card first. Card first. Wow, plus 700. I like it. What are you talking about, Cody? So what are you saying? You'd rather have to beat 4 powerhouses than get an easier bracket? Are you nuts, bro? I see what you're saying, and I say the same thing about the NCAA tournament as a fan. I'm like, whatever, fuck. If we're Michigan, we got to beat who we got to beat. But trust me, in soccer, it's not even a debate here, Cody. As I stated, you want to play against Switzerland or Sweden, or you want to play against Brazil or Mexico. And then after, would you rather have to fucking play against Denmark or Croatia or France? Would you rather get lucky and have to play Russia or Uruguay? The thing is, like on the Group A versus Group B, C, D, E, F, etc., there's no pass. Like on the other side, crazy shit can happen. Denmark could beat Croatia, and then suddenly you're playing Denmark to go to the Final Four. You know, nothing crazy can happen on the other side. Either way, you're fucked. It's like, oh, great, Portugal fucking beat Uruguay. Now we get them. Or, oh, great, Uruguay won. Now we play them. Fucking, oh, that's nice. Brazil won. Fuck. We get Brazil next. It's a murderer's row, Cody. Trust me. They don't want to win tomorrow. Neither team wants to win this game tomorrow. As I stated, I'm not saying that, you know, they're just going to put their fucking backups in and they're going to tell them fucking play extremely defensive and don't do anything. Yeah, they do it every cup. Exactly. They're always, dude, Cody, I know you know a lot of soccer, but dude, it's so corrupt, soccer. They always do this shit. Coaches will make agreements with each other. Listen, fuck, just don't do anything and we won't do anything and it's better for both of us. Kyle Johnson, what's up, Kyle? Give me 1 second. We got to get Kyle on the show. We're going to get Kyle on the Patreon show, but he was in a bar somewhere. I play the backup goalie. I'd put the backup goalies in. I'd put like all the backups in. Fuck. The one thing is you don't want to lose momentum and shit. You know, you're playing well. You don't want to fuck it up. But at the same point in time, obviously Belgium knows what time it is. They're resting their best player. Like, that's all you need to know. If Belgium gave a shit about this, Lukaku's playing. I don't know. We've got a lot of English fans. We got a lot of guys in England, right? 6-5 in his baseball game. And the Cubs have a runner on third. I hate to say this. I almost hope they tie it, and I'll fucking jump in on the Dodgers because I already got paid for it. Kenley Jansen strikes him out. I already got paid for it because the Dodgers got up by 4 runs. Look, it's not a secret. Look, USA Today. Like, USA Today is fucking... Will England and Belgium both try to lose? They might be crazy not to. When the draw for the World Cup took place, Thursday's match between Belgium and England emerged as one of the most major highlights of the group stage. Two teams that have had their sights set on a deep run of the tournament, dueling it out for the top spot in Group G, with bragging rights and a positional advantage that comes with finishing first. What's not to like? Except for the fact that evidence suggests that neither the high-tempo Belgians or the increasingly confident English care much about winning this match. Newspaper reports from England camp claim that head coach Gareth Southgate is considering resting 6 of his most prominent players. Roberto Martinez, the Belgium coach, spoke of going even further, admitting his team may feature up to 10 changes. I warned you. I'm telling you. Belgium are resting everybody. Fuck. Lukaku's just the first name out. He's not even hiding it. That's the quote. He's considering 10 changes. Southgate 6 says, Martinez says, yes, 10 would be possible. They're leaning with basically sitting everybody. And England going to sit 6 of their best players. See, this is the problem. I don't like this, though, because it turns into a mockery. Like, tomorrow's a waste of fucking time, this game. Like, let's just get this group bullshit over with, fuck. You know, it's a waste. You're wasting everyone's time, man. All right, Belgium and England both already clinched their spots. And the highly dubious prize for topping the group is to be lumped in a stacked half of the knockout bracket. Second place gets what will be a far smoother journey. Think that World Cups don't pay attention to such things? In that case, you didn't watch France tepid 0-0 tie with Denmark, the first scoreless game of the entire tournament. And my TV just died. Well, I was wondering how long it would last. Well, I guess the day started with my fucking blinds collapsing and losing all the money. And now the day ends with my TV blowing up. That was quite the blow up. You hear that? Fucking. Oh, fuck, man. Fuck. Nothing's ever easy. Fuck. I don't know if you guys heard that in the background, but. Well, let me know what happens in the Dodger game there, Kyle, if you can, bro. No, it's all good, McKenna. It was just a parlay to do with it. Yeah, that deposit's dead, Van Fob. I'm not even going to ask for it back, fuck. I'm not even going to ask for it back. I'm just going to tell her, listen, fuck, keep the $750 and fucking, whatever. Call some cleaners. What's up, Guard God? Fuck, I want to get more in on the Dodgers. I don't know. The TV's weird, though. Like, it just sort of exploded, but it doesn't mean it's dead. But that was weird what just happened. That was not good. Okay, so as I was saying, Southgate insists that resting any players would be for the reason only to recharge spirits and freshen the legs. I have to keep all the squad involved. See, like, they're full of shit. See, like, they're already using why. Oh, no. It's not that we're trying not to win. He goes, I need to keep everyone on the squad involved. That's the one thing I think is really important. I think we just have to keep playing as well as we can. Keep preparing the team the right way. Keep this momentum. The British media obviously is all over this right now. There is still a fan base of people that believe in sportsmanship and chivalry and feel that the UK, that Team England shouldn't roll over and should win this game and not fuck around. The Daily Mail writes, if the idea of defeat is preferable, then this should be resisted. That there are some clever games to be played, and Southgate can carefully manage a purposely second-round rate performance. Germany would never do that. That's why they're the champions. Germany are fucking out there, Daily Mail, so don't worry about what Germany are doing right now, bro. Martinez has already started making excuses as well, citing the fact that 3 of his players are on yellow cards. That's a good point. And he has no reason to chance any player with a yellow card to collect another yellow card and be suspended for the group of 16. Vert Hogan, fucking Hazard's going to be out. Lukaku's out. Hazard's out. Martinez says that it would send a positive message if he brought in the only player that plays in the Belgian league, Leander Deckendocker. I think it would be too much of a gamble. It would be too risky to play anyone that has a yellow card. We don't want to have anybody get suspended for the next stage. Well, as I was stating, does this not change your perception of this match tomorrow, gentlemen? Does this not change your like? It all started with and poor Cody's like, no, they don't do this. It's like both coaches like making up excuses left and right. Oh, and another reason is, you know what? I just, he kind of sneezed in the room yesterday, and yeah, like the Belgian coach gives a shit about playing a kid from Belgium. Fuck. Yeah, I think it would be good if we played the guy in the Belgian domestic league, and it would be a good message. It's like, in other words, yeah, we're going to play this guy because we don't give a shit what happens to him, and fucking. Yeah, I think tomorrow it's going to be like, you're right. I think Deadman's right. I think England's going to win. I think England will win because I think Belgium are sleazier than they are. I think England sort of does have a little bit of honor in that they're not like, they're going to kick the ball in the net. I could see fucking Belgium like missing nets on purpose and shit. Like, I really could. Like, guys, it's soccer. It's a corrupt, fucking shady sport, man. And it's not really shady. They earn the right to do what they want to do here, right? So I wouldn't shock me at all, man, if they told the players, listen, fuck, if the fucking net's there, don't fucking drill it, fuck. Just make the pass or fucking shoot from far. Try some crazy shit if you want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but whatever you fucking do, don't play discipline. Like, it's a weird dynamic, fuck. So you see that. So what's the word in England, Ken Peacock? What are people saying there? What? So the broadsheets and the bullshit. So the Daily Mail's more of a tabloid, right? So like the Independent, the Telegraph's a real paper. Like, what do the real people say? I know it's bad karma, but yeah, Spain's got a very easy path. Good call by Kenkel. I think Spain sucked, but you're right, bro. It's like basically Spain or Croatia are going to the final, guys. Listen, we just read you all these quotes from the coaches and everything. What do you get from this? I get that Belgium really don't want to win this game. We're resting 10 guys. We're playing the local Belgium kid that plays in the Belgian league. We don't want to get anyone suspended. Like, he's not even hiding it. Like, we don't want to get anyone suspended. We don't want this. We don't care. Group of 16. He mentioned group of 16 like 3 times. And England seems to be, well, we want to keep the momentum, but you know what I mean? I think Belgium is really going to roll over tomorrow, guys. And I think England might win by default. And it's going to fuck them over, too. Your chivalry and your British pride will fuck you over. You're going to win the game, and then you're going to fucking lose to Switzerland in the next game. And it's like, all right, you're done. Or so you're going to lose to fucking, you're going to lose to Brazil in the next game. And fucking Belgium's going to beat Switzerland. That's what's going to happen. Fuck. England will win. Watch. England will win. It's just sort of like the misery of being an English soccer fan. England will win the group, and the reward is going to be to play fucking Brazil. And Belgium's going to fucking totally tank tomorrow. They're going to lose. And then they're going to beat the shit out of Switzerland or Sweden. And they're going to be moving on down. People in England will be like, oh, fuck, we should have lost that game. Fuck. From the news here. But Southgate did concede he would probably make some changes for a clash that neither side needs to win. What a mockery, huh? Big game, England, Belgium. Both coaches are on a fucking publicity tour right now trying to fucking justify like why they're not going to play people. No. It's not that we don't want to win the game. It's that, you know, the guy sneezed yesterday at practice and I'm worried he's going to get a cold. I don't know, man. I have no clue what to bet what this game is, guys. So for the record, England are plus 162. Belgium are up to plus 220. That's all you need to know. The money steam, like Belgium are rolling over here. So the question is, will England fucking roll over as much? Will they can do it, guys. It's soccer. All you got to do is just punt the ball back and forth to each other midfield all day. France and Denmark did it. Listen, I'm a little cold after what happened today, but I don't see how there's 3 goals in this game. I think the fucking managers are going to be mad at someone scoring. I really do. Like, you think either fucking manager wants to see his team score 2 goals here or 3 goals? The only thing is, let's just say fucking Belgium really roll over and fucking England scores 1, and then they're like, well, whatever, fuck. Let's just kick the shit out of them and get fucking momentum and get really fucking electric here, right? I don't know, man. This game scares me. That's why I've talked about it right now for so long. I don't know, man. Fucking my feeling is you can get, let's go with the if we're going to play it and it's so unpredictable, why don't we take a puncher's chance here? Let's go with England and the under 2.5 correlated goals, result total goals. England and under 2.5 plus 400. Roll the dice. Fuck that. England accidentally wins 1-0. You know what would be funny? If like we saw guys arguing in the penalty box about how fucking it wasn't a penalty. Like imagine if a guy got taken down in the box and he gets up. No. I dove. I fell on my own. He never touched me. It'd be the opposite. It'd be fucking gold, man. You can see the guy arguing. No. He didn't touch me. It was a good play. It was a good play. No penalty kick. No. I'm being honest. Fair sport. No. I tripped on my own. Like, you're gonna see like the coaches and shit. Fucking no. It's a good call, ref. I'm not arguing. Oh yeah, the PK fucking boom into the fucking 13th row. Oops. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go fucking under the 2.5 because I gotta believe that the coaches are just gonna get mad. Fuck, like you imagine like if some kid on Belgium drills one in net early, Martinez will kill him. Fuck, like he'll tell him, listen, you're fucking off the team, man. Like we told you we didn't want to win, and what did you do? You went out there and scored. Fuck, like I told you not to score. Like it's pretty much known. Like that's the whole thing. Like when people say, oh, they're not going to throw the game. Yeah. He's not going to go in the room and tell the players, listen, I want you to lose today. It's already known what he wants to do. He benched everybody, right? So it's like, listen, this result is not important to us, right? And he's going to have the bracket up, and they're going to, it's like, this isn't Pee-wee. Everyone knows the deal here. I think England might have more pride than Belgium, though. I think England's going to win accidentally by default, Fucking, this is another thing, too. It's brilliant, Fucking Belgium could just push someone down in the box. Like, if it's 0-0, it's going to be so weird, this game. Think about it. If it's fucking like 0-0 in the fucking 87th minute or something, I would make a substitute. I would tell my player, listen, I want you to go in there and fucking trip the guy in the box, Just trip him, Get a penalty. Get a penalty. Fuck the other side. Fuck them over, Oops, tripped you. Ah, fuck. Sorry, that's a penalty, isn't it? You know what I mean? Oh, my bad. Oh, I can't believe it. Act all upset. No. And then you tell the goalie, fucking don't move, Just fucking stand there, right? I love it. Yeah, you see, though, I'm thinking like a coach would, right? I'm thinking like an evil coach would. 0-0, NHL, exactly. Send the goons out, Go out there and just fucking trip them in the box. Get a penalty. I don't care if you get a red card, buddy. You're not playing in the next game anyway. So go out and fucking push someone. Just push them, Push them in the box when they get the ball. That'd be great. No, don't even fake it, When the guy has the ball in the box, I want you to push him in the back, Just push him down. Oh, shit. I don't know what I was thinking. It's going to be a shit show, guys. I'm telling you, man. It's going to be one of those. Belgium's going to pass it sideways all game. I guarantee it. Settle down there, Peacock, with the pig stuff, all right? But I will agree that I think Belgium are shadier. I think that Belgium are shadier, and I could see Belgium actually like doing something like that. You don't think that you put that past the team? You just tell them, listen, I need you to hard tackle this guy and fucking get a penalty because I don't want to win this game. Imagine a coach yelling at the fucking team too. You motherfuckers at the half. You motherfuckers. You fucking are showing your fucking effort. You're working too hard. I'd be like yelling at everyone, you fucking assholes, stop fucking hustling so much, you fucking idiot. I'd tell them, imagine, man, this is called comedic gold, This we should write like a movie about this. The coach comes in yelling like Bobby Knight. I swear to fucking God, if I see you guys hustle like this in the second half, there's going to be fucking hell to pay. Hey, Jones, if I see you hustling for a rebound like that ever fucking again, I'm going to kill you. I swear to God, you're off the team if I see you hustling like this. I'll go up to the goalie. You fucking idiot. You stop making fucking saves, You stop making saves. I swear to God, I'll fucking call in a fucking goalie from Cambodia that'll let in fucking 10 goals. You're fucking done. You stop another ball, you're done. Stop making saves. Yeah, the coach comes in, just rips the team. I swear to God, I've never seen a team work as fucking hard as you guys in the first half, and it makes me sick. Look at you. You're fucking diving for fucking balls, and you're running up and down the pitch like the fucking country's pride depends on it. You fucking low-life pieces of shit. There's going to be hell to pay at practice tomorrow for this. I swear to God, I saw you fucking hustle back on defense. You're going to pay like a fucking bitch tomorrow in practice for this, motherfucker. Yeah, that'd be great. The coach comes in, starts throwing shit. You motherfucking stupid assholes. You fucking cocksuckers. I swear to fucking God, I've never seen a team work as hard as you. I've never seen a team as much effort as you motherfuckers, and you're going to pay for this. I swear to God, you're all going to pay. You'll never play for the national program ever again as long as I'm coached for working as hard as you've worked today. Yeah, and like, you know how like the Iranian fans stop showcasing your talent. Stop showcasing your talent. You know how like the Iranian fans like were making noise and banging drums outside of Portugal's hotel all night? It's like the opposite too. It's like fucking the fans are outside telling people, shh, shh, fucking, you let them sleep, fuck. So in other words, I don't know what to do with this game tomorrow. You're right. Under goals, over cards, penalty kick awarded. I like it. No, you're not joking, Blake G. I like it. There's going to be a penalty because they're going to say, be aggressive in a box, trip someone if you have to. Guys, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Fucking, I would go with the cards too. It's going to be a chippy game. Fuck. Because that's another thing too. That's another thing as well, guys. The tiebreaker comes into play, and it comes down to bookings. So you actually want more bookings. You want more bookings. So it wouldn't surprise me. You're right. If we get how many? What's the total? What's the cards for this game? I like that card prop. I used to bet card props a lot. I've noticed they're pretty stingy with the cards. They're letting the guys fucking get pretty physical in this tournament. Total number of cards in the match, 3.5. Over is plus 120. Fuck, we got to take that. Time of first card, fuck. Over, under, 36.5, 36 minutes. Oh, fuck. Under, there'll be a card in the first 36 minutes. Somebody's going to trip somebody, fuck. They also know in the back, they also are aware that the fucking cards come into play. So they'll know. Belgium have one more card too. So Belgium will say, you know what? Fucking go out there, get a couple of fucking yellow cards early and shit, guys. All right? In case the game's a draw, fuck, we'll still fuck them over because we have more bookings. Oh, I'm way down with this. So somebody wants to go ballsy here. I think it was Spenny Mac. I like his style. Will there be a card in the first 9-10 minutes? Yes, plus 700. We got a sprinkle on that. I like all these card bets. Time of first card, under 36 minutes. Time of first card, under 10 minutes at plus 700. Total team cards, Belgium, over under 1.5. Nah, they're a dirty team to begin with. Fuck. Over 1.5. What's up, Jabron? We're talking about the World Cup now, and whatever I like, just fade. But I think that the card, I'm going to play these cards. I'm going to play some of these card props. I'm definitely playing will there be a card in the first 26 minutes. 36 minutes, I mean. 36 minutes. Definitely there'll be a card in the first 36 minutes. And the first 10 minutes is bold, but I like your style. Fuck. Maybe Belgium just come out and fucking push someone in the box in the first 2 minutes. Maybe the coach tells them, listen, just fall behind right away, and then we could just fucking, we'll play with honor after that. Who knows, man? This is a shit show. It's like betting on Monday Night Raw. Fuck. Now, the other games, the other group, though, actually matters here. The other group is completely different. No one's going to be fucking around in this other group. And it's funny because everyone knew that this group of H was a confusing one coming into the campaign here, into the cup. And it really motherfucking is. Guys, it's confusing just like even now as it is. And I'll read you the scenario here. in Group H. The Group H one is very insane. Japan have 4 points, they're +1 goals. Senegal have 4 points, they're +1 goal. Colombia have 3 points, they're +2 goals. Poland are fucked. Japan and Senegal are tied atop Group H, each team with 4 points and a goal differential of 1. Senegal will clinch a spot in the second round with a win or a draw. So Senegal just needs a win or a draw against a draw. Like a draw is good for Senegal tomorrow. These games are tough tomorrow. Well, Japan would need a victory to guarantee its spot into the next round. They could also advance with a draw depending on what happens in Senegal and Colombia. Japan will advance with a Senegal victory over Colombia. Both Japan and Senegal can win the group if they win by a wider margin than the other one does. If both Japan and Senegal win by the same margin of victory, we'll go into the tiebreaker of goals and then fair play bookings. Japan currently has 3 bookings. Senegal has 5 bookings. If Japan and Senegal both lose, Colombia could win the group. Colombia can advance with a victory over Senegal. So these teams all control their own destiny tomorrow. Colombia win and they're in. Fuck. Colombia win and they're in. Japan win and they're in. Japan draw and they're in. Senegal win and they're in. Senegal draw and they're in. Colombia draw is no good. But they would need like some luck here. They would need Japan. So Colombia's situation, Colombia can advance to the round of 16 by beating Senegal. Simple as that. They could also win the group if they beat Senegal and Japan loses or has a draw. So it's crazy. Like these teams could be in or out tomorrow or win the group. It's that wide open still. Colombia is eliminated if they lose. Colombia is also eliminated if they draw and Japan draws. If Colombia draws with Senegal and Japan loses to Poland, Colombia advances. Confused yet? Like it's fucking nuts. Like tomorrow, like all these teams, they could be in, it could be out. Like it's kind of chaotic for them. Colombia's is pretty crazy. Colombia can win the group if they beat Senegal. They need to beat Senegal, and if Japan loses or even ties, so if Japan draws against Poland and Colombia win tomorrow, Colombia wins the group. If Colombia loses the game tomorrow, Colombia is done. Colombia is also eliminated if they get a draw and Japan gets a draw. If Colombia gets a draw, they need Japan to lose to Poland, and then they would get in still. So, fuck, there's a lot of scenarios. Cards, and more cards. I'm thinking the same as Peacock. I see Japan and Poland under 2.5, but I don't know. Yeah, it hurts my head reading this, Kenko, too. You want to write this down there, man? I'll repeat it one more time, all right? I'll repeat it one more time. Japan and Senegal. Senegal can clinch a spot and advance with a win or a tie. Okay, so let's simplify this. Senegal comes into this game against Colombia tomorrow. They just need a draw. Japan can guarantee itself a spot with a win. So Japan wins and they're in. They can also get in if they draw, but only depends on what happens in the Senegal-Colombia game. Japan would advance with a Senegal victory as well. So Japan could lose, but fucking if Senegal beats Colombia, Japan still gets in. Both Japan and Senegal can win the group if they win by a wider margin than the other one does. As we mentioned, if it's tied, it goes to goal differential. And they're actually tied, and it goes down. It'll go to the bookings. And Senegal's got 5 cards to the 3. If Japan and Senegal both lose, Colombia would win the group. Whichever of Japan or Senegal loses by fewer goals would advance. Wow. So if Colombia wins, it's going to get into a tiebreaker of whoever gave up, lost by fewer goals. Colombia can advance if they win. Colombia is eliminated if they lose. Colombia is also eliminated if they get a draw and Japan draws. So basically, long story short, Colombia is the most desperate team coming into this tomorrow. Both Japan and fucking Senegal are playing for a draw. They could get a draw and they get in. Colombia is the only one of these 3 teams that is hell-bent and they need to fucking win, or if they don't win, they need a draw, and they would need to hope that Poland beat fucking Japan, which probably doesn't happen. I think Colombia comes through and shines tomorrow. Japan, Poland's a clusterfuck, guys. I don't fucking know. I would lean with the under 2.5. Senegal, Colombia, I'm going to bet Colombia at -118. I think they're a good team. I think Rodriguez and company, they're going to get it done here against Senegal. I respect Senegal. They're a good team, but I'll take the South American side in this spot. I think that Colombia is, they're confident. They're feeling good after the second game. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a fun game. Both teams to score would be a good prop in this game. Both teams to score. There's been very few clean sheets, but both teams to score. I could see this being like a 2-1 Colombia game, or like really dramatic. It's going to be 1-1, and fucking Colombia is going to be fucking pressing like a motherfucker because they know a draw is going to bounce them. That's the one I'm looking forward to the most tomorrow. Senegal, Colombia, like from a viewer standpoint. Except, oh yeah, I don't have a TV anymore. Fuck. Let me just see what happens with that. I have to reboot the entire cable package because it fucking blew up. So far, so good. But like I said, I'm going through this all the time, man. Eventually, it's just not going to return on. And then finally, we have Panama and Tunisia tomorrow. You know, one thing that we've seen, man, teams all week have showed up. Peru were eliminated. They showed up and played, and they won the game. Costa Rica were eliminated today. They showed up, tied the game. South Korea were playing for nothing today, beat Germany outright. So there's been these teams aren't rolling over in these last games. The teams that roll over, the good teams. So Panama and Tunisia are both going to want to win this game tomorrow. They will, it's a big deal to get a World Cup win. Fucking man, you tell people, I played in the World Cup. I won in a fucking game in the World Cup. Fuck no, fucking. I got to play the game now where I fucking turn the TV on and off like fucking 82 million times. Fuck, man, just can't buy a break. Fuck. Although there's worse things in life than the TV not working. Damn. I think it might be coming on. It was sort of on for a second and it went away and it's acting weird. Hey, it's back. No, it froze. No. Basically, my TV is like dealing with a bad computer now. You know what I mean? That's what it's come to. Listen, it's not much of a TV. It's like an old Toshiba. It's like an old Toshiba. It was included in the condo here. It's not like, I think Tunisia beats Panama. I don't love it. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best bet, but I think Tunisia beats Panama. So to recap, in conclusion, Japan and Poland. Japan are going to need to win the game, man. Poland are terrible, fuck. But even though we said Poland showed up with pride, I think that game's going to be a draw. Japan might win. No, fuck. It's plus 162, but I think Poland will show up. As I stated, the theme is 3 days in a row, teams that have been embarrassed. Like Peru fucking didn't score a fucking goal and then they win the game. Costa Rica didn't score a fucking goal. They scored 2 goals today and they fucking look like a juggernaut. If Costa Rica played the way they did today in the tournament, they'd be moving on themselves. Fucking South Korea beat fucking Germany. Costa Rica, Switzerland are a tough team, man. And fucking Costa Rica fucked them up, man. It was a draw, but Costa Rica dominated that game. Like, seriously. Like, that's why I'm not even crying about a bad beat or anything. It sucked with the crossbar shit, but Costa Rica had like 10 chances in the first 5 minutes. The England-Belgium game, we spent a lot of time talking about. It's a fucking shit show. I lean with the under 2.5, and I think that England might be able to win fucking by default. The best way to go would probably just do a draw there. Take the fucking draw, plus 200, fucking under 2.5. One of the two of them is going to hit. Japan and Poland's fucking difficult and tricky. I almost lean draw plus 230. I think Colombia, that's the way I see that group playing out. Colombia will beat Senegal, and Japan and Poland will draw. And Colombia wins the group. Japan and Colombia go on. Senegal's the odd ones looking. Senegal's out. I think Colombia is the best team out of these three, and I think they'll show that tomorrow. But thing is, you can't underestimate these Japanese, man. Like, fuck. They're an experienced fucking team, man. They're an older bunch of dudes, but they're experienced and shit. And, Japan's, I don't know, man. I don't know if Japan's going to fuck this up. Fuck. They only need a draw, right? So I think I can see Japan playing for a draw. Like, Japan doesn't give a shit who wins in Senegal or Colombia if they draw. So let's go draw plus 230, Japan, Poland. Let's lay the wood with fucking Colombia minus 118. Both teams to score. Senegal, Colombia. Yes, both teams to score. Under 2.5, England and Belgium. Slight lean to fucking plus 200 on the draw there. And we'll get in on those card props. Fuck. First card booking in first card in the first 36 minutes. Yes, little sprinkle on a card in the first 10 minutes. Will there be a penalty kick? All that bullshit. And Panama and Tunisia is a fucking train wreck, but I think Tunisia will beat them. And there's our soccer breakdown of the night. I'll send you a message, Kyle. We'll set something up for the future. I wasn't high on Poland coming in. I wondered why all the hype about Poland. I didn't get it. And yeah, we'll wrap it up with a quick line check in the big games after this from what we know now. France plus 137, Argentina plus 260. Money's pouring in on France. The number keeps changing right now. It's probably going to be like 115 by a kickoff on Saturday. Who in their right fucking mind is going to fucking take fucking Argentina, man, against France after what we just saw? Even though France are kind of a weird team too, but France are going to beat them. I would be safer now. Don't forget, guys, we could have extra time, right? So, I would look at France to qualify. France to advance. What is that? That pays minus 163. That's what I'm going to do. 137, whatever. Yeah, it's nice, 37 extra cents. But It wouldn't shock me at all if fucking France and Argentina were tied and they went into extra time and then France won. But teams I see advancing, I got France over Argentina. Uruguay, Portugal, I'm going to put a big bet on the under 2.5 there. I don't see goals in that game. Wouldn't shock me. I'll take a draw. Plus 200. I think Uruguay, Portugal could be the first game to go to penalty kicks. They're so close. They're so evenly matched. I think Uruguay are better. I think Uruguay will be the ones to move on. But I like the under in this game. 2.5 minus 225. Uruguay to qualify minus 125. Yeah, I'll be on that. I'll be on that. Can sort of put a parlay together, the teams to move on. Spain and Russia. Spain's going to beat Russia. Croatia and Denmark. Croatia beats Denmark. Brazil and Mexico. Brazil beats Mexico. Sweden, Switzerland, real toss-up. Switzerland probably win, but it's a toss-up. All right, so to qualify. Let's see, the qualifying to reach all right stage of elimination, to reach quarterfinal. I'm already here. All right, so if we took France just to advance, so they can win in penalty kicks or whatever, because there's going to be drama, guys, right? So France to move on, Uruguay to move on, Spain to move on. You don't even need Spain to move. You just take Spain at the minus 150. What's Spain to qualify? Minus 334. All right, let's just put that in to fucking be safe. And we'll take Croatia to qualify. Croatia to qualify. And now Brazil to qualify. Brazil will be, I'm not overly high on Brazil. I'm starting to buy in a bit now because everyone else kind of sucks, but Mexico will lose to Brazil. And Sweden and Switzerland's the fucking tough one. I don't know. And the Swiss fucked me today, so fuck them. So if you think France is going to advance, Uruguay is going to advance, Spain is going to win the game, Croatia is going to advance, Brazil is going to win the game. These five pays plus 546. It's not bad. It's not bad. Plus 550, plus 540, whatever. And with that, we wrap it up. Once again, we wanted to wrap shit up, but once again, I run my big mouth. I even had a couple of things I didn't get to tonight, but we'll get to it tomorrow night. We appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. Thanks for the thumbs up. Very impressive. 71-3. Tomorrow night, Andrew McInnes will step up and in. McInnes will join us. We'll talk a little NHL free agency talk, more World Cup talk, CFL in-game. We'll be on tomorrow night during the CFL game. Game starts at 9. I'll be on at 10, so we'll be on for the second quarter, second half, and all that. For Babano, Campbell Soup, sportsmemo.com. You can get me tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, fantasysportsnetwork.com/radio, iHeartRadio. Follow me on Twitter for all the links. Watch all the SBR content throughout the day. A lot of great soccer talk and videos. And thanks for tuning in. Take it away, Kenny. And we'll wrap it up with what my grandfather once said. Forget about a bad beat. Any day above ground is a good day. Other than that, you're on your own. Later.